I'm hit start
Okay.
streaming. All right, hello, folks. Really sorry for the wait. I was out of the house, and it's the stream is broadcasting from my computer. So even if olddirtyh here and Raiden wanted to start the stream, they could not. Apologies for that. So again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from wherever you are around the world. This is AS Eat the Pair talking, and I'm joined by olddirtyh and Raiden.
Yo, yo, Raiden,
How's it
I
going,
think
all?
you.
How's it going?
Oh, there he is. Good.
I'm not on mute. We're doing great.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Again, really sorry for the wait. Today's a bit of an exciting day because first of all, we're doing the very last match of the of week one for Nordic Classic. The very last match. That's STRAT versus Alea lacta est. And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that's right. I think that's Latin or something. And also, we have these amazing scoreboards. This graphic here, and we're also going to see some scoreboards in the game, which is going to be pretty cool. These were made by Aqua, also known as Skyla_Novia. So big shout out to them. Really awesome of them to make it here. Really great that we can have some sort of cool looking graphic here. I hope everybody is able to see that correctly. So let's take a look at what this graphic displays here. So this is Division number 2. There's only been one match casted in Division 2. That's AL versus Lat Team 2. And so AL have one win, whereas Lat Team 2 has one loss. And everybody else hasn't technically played any games according to the games we've casted, anyways. I'm interested to see what Strat and Alea lacta est put out today because they're two teams that we haven't seen in action quite yet.
Yeah, and if you can you pull up? Let's look at the teams.
Yeah, let's look at the players here. So Strat BRV, we've got we've got Blove TE, Lankesh, and V, and on Alea lacta est we've got Donald Trump, MB 2015, KVL, and Sylvan.
Raiden, do you know any of these guys?
I do know Blob. Blob's been playing pretty well recently, and I know Donald Trump, but the rest of them I do not, actually. So this should be quite an interesting match. I
I'm
really don't know
familiar
them at
with.
all.
I'm very familiar with Blove and Donald. I play a lot of games with them. They're both. Blove might be a little bit better now, but they're pretty close in skill. KVL, I think, is more of a standard player, but he's decent. MBM's a newer player. We'll see how he does. He's probably around the same level as Lankesh. I saw Lankesh play with Chipa in the plebs tournament, so they're probably about mid-inter level, as well as Vanny. V is Vanny, if you guys remember that name. Sylvan, I have no idea who that is. I give the slight edge probably to Strat, not only because I think Blove is probably the strongest player here out of both teams, but also Strat has been trained. That's Flames' summer camp, as we call it.
Yeah.
So they've been playing a lot of games, practicing their micro. There's a huge group of Strat players now. If you guys see them in the forums, in the lobbies. So
yeah,
I give the slight edge to Strat.
Yeah, I would agree. Big shout out to Flames here. Flames did create Strat, and from what I can tell, it has really been effective at elevating player skill levels. It's all about like finding people that you can consistently play with, talking with them, finding finding places you can improve. Just talking strategy, really just trying to improve your game plan, while also like not being a super mean, right? While not being super mean, which is really awesome. So big shout out to Flames and the rest of the Strat clan there.
Yep.
All right, so sorry, I am still a little bit of scatterbrained here. Let's talk about the bans quickly, I assume.
Yep. Sure.
I can't tell what's banned in this according to the message.
Okay, I'll go over them then.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, let me look at them. Yeah, I just copied and pasted it and copy and paste very quickly.
Okay, no worries.
Like, kind of in an Excel cell. All right, so we got Strat bans Turks, British, Greeks, and Ali lacta est, Turks, French, Aztecs. So we're seeing the mirrored Turk ban. The only difference is being you have British and Greeks from Strat and French and Aztec from Alea lacta est. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Raiden, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, sure. So I like the Turk ban. Batter jabs, honestly, is probably the best two to ban at the inter level, just because you can really do a quick rush there and just change the game. So those are definitely good bans in my opinion. Good that they're not banning away Lakota. I still think that at this level, Lakota isn't as strong as Turks. British ban makes sense to me. That's definitely the strongest tier 2. French ban's kind of interesting. I guess been listening to Coin rant about how good French is. Not sure
Yeah.
what they're doing there, but you know. And tier 3, in my opinion, um, I don't really know if tier 3 the bans matter too much. I think there's a lot of when you get down to tier 3, it's more of a skill level thing than it is a civ. But I guess it depends on the map. If you know they end up with lakes and they can't use Greek,
Yeah.
that kind of sucks. But definitely like the Turk bans though. That's smart.
Yeah, I agree. I think for me, I understand the French brand because, you know, French in the hands of a capable player with big asterisks is really, really powerful. You know, just just their heavy cavalry are insane. The healing power is like an insane army boost. I think I like the Aztec band more than the Greeks band because I think Greeks falter on some maps, whereas Aztecs are pretty, you know, they can be played well in pretty much any map. Again, with the hands of a capable player. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so before we jump into our game today, we're going to take a quick moment to shout out donations. So if you like the Nordic Classic and you like our coverage here, and you want to support the prize pool and make things a little bit more exciting, you can go to the front page of the Nordic Classic, click on this link right here to this GoFundMe, and donate to the prize pool. It would be really awesome. Obviously, you know, this tournament's completely free to participants as well as viewers. So, you know, if you feel like you have the extra little income there that you want to support the tournament, go ahead and donate. We would really appreciate that. Finally, I was told there was a bit of a situation that happened this week during week number 2, where, to my understanding, there was a 2v2 that was either played or almost played without consulting Connor McDavid. As you know, this tournament is organized by Connor McDavid, and he's in charge of all the rules, all the rulings, all the regulations, all that. And so if you do have a problem and you can't schedule ahead of time, you mess up scheduling multiple times or whatever, please contact Connor McDavid. Don't play any games unless Connor tells you it's okay to play with these missing rules or it's okay to get an extension. If you're confused, if you're lost, or whatever, contact Connor McDavid. If your opponents have canceled multiple times after scheduling matches, 3v3 matches, if they've canceled multiple times, that's a problem. You got to talk to Connor McDavid. You know, we have a tournament organizer for a reason. Connor's done a really excellent job with handling these things. As long as you guys tell him as soon as it happens, pretty much. Please don't wait. He'll get involved. He'll sort it out so it's fair, and the ruling is fair to all the players involved.
Yep, stop cheating, you cunts.
All right. Anyways, okay. So we are going to move into the game here. I'm gonna pull up here. I hope I have the right replays because I really quickly rushed and did it.
Yeah, they were just labeled 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, okay. Cool. And I relabeled them as Strat versus Alea, game 1, game 2, game 3. Okay.
Okay.
So let's pull up game number 1 here.
All right, I got it pulled up. You guys let me know when.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pause it and reload it.
See if I mess with my game settings here.
All right, I'm gonna pause it.
Okay, I'm at 1 second.
I'm also at 1 second. Okay. Or I'm in 0 seconds, I mean. Raiden, you good?
Yep.
I am all set and ready to go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so it looks like this map is Amazon Rainforest, and let's do our customary look at the players and their nations. So on the Strat side, we've got Blove, TE, Lankesh, and V. You know, it makes sense that they only have 3 players. Whereas on the other side, we've got KVL, Sylvan, and Donald Trump for Alea Lacta Esta. So BRV's got Mongols, Lancash's got Chinese, V's got Nubians, KVL has Japanese, Sylvan has Chinese, and Donald Trump has British. Who do you think has the edge in terms of both players and their nation picks, considering the map here?
Right, it's got to be the one with the British. I think on this map, if you can abuse the rivers and boom and hold the defensive positions with those archers, you could definitely get ahead. But it'll be up to Donald Trump and squad to get the wonders early. At least that's what I would be doing on this map. Those British archers can be brutal, especially if you're walking through rivers. So my plan, if I was Donald Trump's team, would be to boom right now. And I think with those civs, they have the edge to do it.
All right, what about you, Oldie? What do you think?
Yeah, I tend to agree, but I do like the blow of having Mongols. Again, I think he's the strongest player here. Mongols are just an extremely strong nation in every map, so if he can use them properly. I mean, this map doesn't favor them so much because they don't get out into the open space. You really need that for kind of Mongols to use those horse archers properly, but if he can raid, and if they can find a lot of... If the Nubians can get some good rares too, STRAT V, he could really get a good boom going as well. So we'll see.
Pretty close. He's pretty close to Bison. If you guys take a look at the middle of the map, down between green and purple, that'll be interesting to see if they find that in his territory when he builds it.
Yeah,
be close enough.
I think so. If we're gonna finish our talk about the nations, I think the Alea Lacta Esta players actually do have the edge in nations. I agree. I think the British is really what sells it to me. But I think I also agree with Oldie's assessment that it's going to be up to what BRV can do with Mongols. You know, we saw it in that one game on Lakes where the Mongol player went despot off 100 economy and still managed to win that side against the British player because of some really excellent raids early on that the other player just couldn't recover from. So I think it's going to be up to BRV for the most part to really make something happen. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the rares, as you said, Raiden. Sorry for cutting you off. You said Bison is where?
Bison is right outside the border of purple and green. Sucks to suck, Strat. That's rough, but if you look just a little south of green's borders,
yeah.
Yep, that's unfortunate because you can't see it either. Maybe they'll see it now.
Well, they might scout it. It looks like green might go to scout it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's fortunate for them.
So Civ there, they can get that and then use the double or the power and a half. What is it? 1.5 times? So it's
yeah,
30, right?
1.5. Yeah.
In the borders. If it's in the borders, so it's not.
But I mean, it's plus 20 food is still pretty good early on. Let's take a look at the rares Strat has in general. Here we've got spice, wool, horses in the back, sugar also in the back. They have salt in the middle between V and Lankish. There's dye in the top and tobacco in the top, which those can be contested. And then there is wine in the bottom on the bottom left side. Whereas for the Alea Lacta Est players, they've got silk right in Donald Trump's territory. In the bottom, they've got diamonds. There's amber, gems, cotton, obsidian, pappy, citrus, marble, and then there's copper to be contested in the center there.
Yep.
So who do you think has the...
Yes, it's Sylvan, Trump, and KVL. Sorry to cut you off there. So gold rares are so important, and you're sitting on Dia, Amber, Silver. You've got it in spades. I think once you see that silver, even got silk right there, it just screams boom map to me. Donald Trump.
I missed silver. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I mean, so they've got all the good ones. I'd say. I think gold is really talked.
I agree. Plus, they got Pappy in the corner. Plus, they have Obsidian. That's an underrated rare when you're British. That just gives them more range. So that's just really nasty for Trump if he uses that
gems,
properly.
Yeah, I think if you're Donald Trump, Silver, and KVL, you're just sitting there going, let's boom.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I think they definitely have the rares here. Let's take a look at the rune bonuses quickly because we're at 4 minutes. So this is about when you really want to be putting up your library. Looks like the only player with some not so great runes is KVL, the Japanese player, but that's totally fine. Japanese, you don't really need that many runes to still get an incredibly fast start, and we do see that library already built for KVL.
Yep.
Yeah, the Japs are so fast that it really doesn't matter.
Definitely on. It'd be kind of surprising on Amazon though. I think Oldie, he's not doing his whole outlook tower trick there to find these ruins that are in his territory. That would definitely help.
He's just not he's not into same-sex type stuff. He's not a gay. Let's put it that way.
So,
My feeling, I know Pear likes the outlook scouting. I know Jayden loves it. But for me, just micro your scout around. Don't be lazy. Micro your scout through there. That's my take. But if you're gonna do it, it is important. You might as well do it if you're gonna go that route.
Yeah.
And it looks like Mongols are going Science 1. What do you guys think about that?
Wow. I don't really buy it, honestly. I think you really want the timber to put down the market and just spam a couple of merchants. Get those possible wealth rares. Maybe save some timber for an early barracks if you really need it. I'm not really into it.
Yeah, I think the only time that science really helps you is if you can get it out early enough with a SIP like Lakota, and then you don't have the new rares already taken on the map, so that you can actually get it. But by this point, a lot of rares have already been cleaned up if you take a look around the map, so or at least a decent amount. So it's not going to benefit as much.
And if you look at the economy again, Trump is cleaned up on ruins, 225. Where Blove's not bad, 175, but I don't know how many more ruins he's going to find at this point. So I guess he's just going for the side just to get in a boom position. Maybe he's going to go Wonder, because now it looks like he's going to go Calm Civ after the Science.
Yeah.
Yeah, no mills, huh? That's
well,
yes,
we do see V has a mill.
V's mill, yeah.
V has mill. Definitely has chosen to go mill before commerce, but has a bunch of rares, which is really helping that income here. Dye, spice, bison, and sugar. Now getting salt for these cheap barracks units. Probably a good choice, actually. It's a little.
Right now. He's ahead right now for sure.
Yeah. If you look at the score, he's cruising right now. So
I don't know if I love that though. I think if you're Nubians and you guys sitting on these rares, I think you try to just outboom, because he is just. I think he's wasting away on Amazon. It takes so long to get over there. You might stop that city though.
The city from Sylvan, right? Or
both of them, if you see them both.
Either
both
of these cities. Archers aren't the greatest at stopping the city. I would like to see a hoplite, but it looks like V has stopped producing troops. When you go mill like this, you have to build troops. Like, you have to make it worth it. Otherwise, you're just slowing yourself down for no reason.
Yeah.
So I did like the start. If V had a heavy infantry here, this could be pretty good. But as is, this archer's not going to get anything done, and V is just slowing themselves down for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially you got salt. You got salt right there. You can pump out, and he's pumping out another archer. I would have just went with one of each. Just go archer, heavy, light, and just go run out there and start raising hell, because he could be stopping this if there was a heavy right there with him, and a second archer's not going to do anything.
Yeah, definitely.
They're going to get none of that.
It looks like the city's going to go up. He's not even attacking the builders.
The citizens, yeah. It's not the best micro, unfortunately, for V. Unfortunately, that choice didn't super pay off. But if you look at V's economy, it doesn't hurt too much. Has 3 farms and 95 food income. That's the power of Nubians right there.
Yeah, he's crushing right now. And he's getting that bonus now from the bison. It's in the territory now, so that's nice. Yeah. He's off to a good start, and I see Trump found diamonds, so that's great for him. You get those Brits with the diamonds. He can go despot here.
He hasn't found gems actually.
Not outpost scouting.
Yeah.
Wink.
Yeah.
Yep.
No pair Jatton scouting. Yeah, none of it. So.
Yeah. A quick message for those of you who don't outpost scout or are not used to it, I guess. Please only outpost scout if it's not going to slow you down otherwise. If you outpost scout and you don't build citizens or farms, it's going to slow you down. You should only outpost scout if you're fast enough to get your farms down, get your citizens in the right spot, and if you have that little bit of extra time to possibly give you an extra edge.
Well, I think worst case he'll find it in classical, because he's going to go there to build a mine and he'll just stumble upon it. So he'll find it here,
That's true, yeah. Here we see V is close to silver, I believe. Still a little far away, but if V stumbles across silver, that could be potentially really good for them. But it looks like V is going for this wood camp and these farms, and that is going to hurt KVL, the Japanese player. Only now putting up a barracks. It's going to be hard to fend off, this many units with just citizens. He's about to get a citizen kill. Really nice play from V here. Still has the highest score on their team, and is putting up the second city.
Yeah, and I just noticed Blove pointed out diamonds, so let's see if V rotates down there to go try and raid with diamonds, because there's nothing protecting diamonds right now.
Yeah. Or maybe Blove will go. I don't know.
Yep, they see the diamonds. One thing I want to point out is, remember when you said that KBL didn't have a lot of ruins? He's Japanese, and you said it doesn't slow you down. This is pretty clear evidence to me that having the weak amount of ruins and not getting all those ruins really did slow him down relative to V. Now he's getting punished for it.
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah, it just happened to be the case that the Nubians player was able to punish the Japanese player for being slightly slower. Some unfortunate micro here for V. It ended up, that archer getting killed by those citizens. These units actually might get away. We'll have to see if KBL is able to micro them in a way so that they can take these out. Oh, Hoplite maybe will get away. I don't know.
Got a tower fight going on over cotton.
Yep. Tower coming up on cotton.
I'm at 10 minutes exactly now.
Oh, we're a little bit. I'll pause then.
Yeah, no worries. Looks like, that raid did hurt the Japanese player a lot, though. Only 58 food income. These farms not working. But Japanese player is about to age. Blove has aged. Let's see if Blove throws down a wonder or something. No? Nubians player, maybe?
Blove doesn't really have the gold right now to throw down the wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his strategy is going to be here. I would like to see some early aggression from the Mongols. That's one of their strong suits, obviously. And I wish he would have maybe, instead of doing that science, kind of try to get that mill too at some point. It's always nice to just drop down that first stable and get the free 2 ranged cavalry.
Yeah, definitely. How do you feel about the city placement for... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Just what time are you guys at? Just something up.
I'm at 10:55. Looks like Sylvan. How do you feel about the city placement of Harbin for Sylvan? That's on the left side. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a very useful spot. I mean, he's not getting another mountain out of it. I mean, maybe he'll get this mountain at the top there if he puts a temple down.
Yeah, it feels like there was an opportunity for Sylvan to put a city where Jebel Barkal is now, but Sylvan ultimately didn't take it, and that's going to give Strat the access to this big +10 mountain in the middle for V here, and that's going to be really excellent. V is now going for Mill 2. Let's take a look at what the Mongol player is up to. Mongol player is just putting down stuff, mine, Senate, university, all the usual units. And here we see nice little defensive units from Trump on diamonds. These will get sniped by one single light horse, but for now is able to snipe off a cheeky merchant that tried to use diamonds.
I'm surprised that Trump isn't throwing down a Colossus if you take all those resources.
Look at all those resources. Just, you can either spam some more archers or just put down Colossus or spam universities. Looks like Trump is going for the spam university strategy.
Trump sent an archer and a slingers back to hold down diamonds. I think there was a villager down there trying to...
Yeah, there was a merchant that died. And it looks like Trump does go for Colossus. Colossus is one of the best rares to use, or best wonders with British in particular, because, Colossus, disadvantages are you have the same resource gather rate as everybody else, but, with British, you have extra Colossus. You have extra Colossus... you have extra commerce cap, sorry. And it looks like Trump is shouting at KVL for not aging, but KVL has gone for that Commerce 2 in Ancient Age with Silk.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, if he's going to go Comp 2, he's got to max that out ASAP. He's got a bunch of... In his cap, he doesn't have the farms working right now. I think I would be prioritizing building citizens, getting that done. Just max out the 165, and then he could move forward.
Yeah, I agree. He's got to definitely get that up. And we'll see if he goes despot or not here. I'm curious to see what his play is going to be. Maybe he's going to try and make a press. But you see, V's already got a siege factory up.
Yeah.
So he's pretty far ahead.
Yeah. Currently there's a lot of miners that are heading over to the mine, which is why it's only the metal income's not super high. But as soon as that all those, I think those 6 villagers get there, that metal income's going to skyrocket.
You guys see what I'm seeing? They look like they're going south.
They're rotating down towards Trump. Yeah,
and that seems a really strong play here. They might triple Trump here, who is putting down Colossus is great and all, but
Oh boy,
it's
Trump
not good
just
if
tweeted,
you're.
Bro. He must have put something on Twitter. He's about to get wrecked. Triple teamed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tough here because yellow and white are completely cut off. So it's good. For them to rotate down to help Trump is going to be trouble.
Trump has so many extra resources. He should. The second I saw that, I'd be pumping out archers. Like, there you go. Yep.
And
both those bears work.
Trump does see these troops. They're going to harass this woodcutter's camp. That's really going to be painful. That's the only woodcutter camp Trump has. These units are not moving yet, which is going to hurt. Sounds the alarm. You know, this is going to hurt. If Trump had the units in place, you know, easily snipe this catapult down, and then the rush is over, right? Like, you build attrition, and then you're done. But Trump is clearly caught by surprise. Here we see a triple now.
Sylvan and KVL are not able to respond. They have nothing.
Yeah, see, we see here KVL's gone for Civ 2. Like, I don't know about that, Chief.
Yeah, that's a very bad move there.
He's trying to finish the Colossus. I think you just delete that and start I guess you can't delete it.
Yeah, at this point, deleting it won't give you anything. You just need to start spamming archers, give up your city over here, put another city down here, start spamming towers. Maybe just get your archers in position so they can actually do something rather than just sitting in the back. Maybe get off a good bribe. At this point,
and Trump does have mill too, so he could get a couple heavy cavalry out with help support as well. But
build another woodcutter's camp in the back over here. You know, like you can't just let your army sit there. And now this is an easy garrison. Just garrison all your units against all these cavalry. Get some free shots off. This tower also helping out. You know, British is a tough nation to attack into because, you know, archers are really powerful. The towers have extra range. It's just really, really annoying.
And notice this, V is actually sieging at the Colossus. He's not sieging the capital yet.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a great choice.
Definitely not smart. Nope.
Yeah, this is unnecessary because as soon as you sack the city, the Colossus is going down anyways.
Yep.
So
that's not going to matter though, because Trump is getting absolutely destroyed here.
Yeah, looks like Blub is able to take this city with no siege. Nice little move there, and is now going to harass all these citizens. I think the reason why V chose to siege the Colossus instead of the city is because V knew that there's no way you're taking the city with all these militia around, even if Trump doesn't have militia at that moment. Trump just researches militia, and you know.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's better to do something than nothing, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it looks like Blove's gonna walk in here uncontested, pretty much. Trump calling out WTF. Yeah, fair enough, man. They're hanging you out to dry here, bud.
Yeah.
And if you look at
this is a lot of militia.
What are Sylvan and KVL? Sylvan and KVL. Sylvan's got 2 archers. KVL's got a single archer. Nowhere near Trump. So,
yeah, and if you look at Sylvan's just floating all these resources, you know, 700 wealth, 500 timber, 350 food, you know, it's not going to work out too well. This looks like it's going to be a good fight for Trump here with all these militia, but still going to lose militia, and that's going to set him further and further behind, even though he does capture the city back, which is good for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Just even left right now. Not a lot. Okay, he's got like 10. So he's got 10 citizens. Yeah, that's about right. Trump, you lost all.
I would have liked to see Trump try to put down a third city before capturing that city back. You know, that's one of the advantages of losing a city like that early on. You can just get a free city basically out of it, or a cheap city. And Trump's complaining about like, oh, my economy is ruined. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you have to militia and you get tripled and your allies leave you to dry.
KVL's going for Nepata though up top, guys. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, but
Let's see if he can make something happen.
Yeah, this army is just too small though. There's no general here.
Yeah.
V can.
Yeah, his senator's down with Trump. He needs to rotate back. Yeah. And now I see Blove calling out saying yellow and white are here. So let's see if they rotate. I'm not sure what Strat and Lancaster are doing in the middle here. They're just kind of running around.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for they're going to clean up this Sylvan's army here, this tiny one up in the top, which is probably a good choice. You know, it looks like Blove's not getting sieged on this side. You know, Blove's just holding the line against white and red down here. And here, Blove, what Blove should do is pick away at these archers. You know, these archers just trying to snipe these sieges. It's gonna work, but you know, the horses of Blove are gonna wipe away some of these archers unless KVL can move back in time, which looks like that's not going to happen. Blove does choose to snipe that Senator, get 100 wealth out of it. Probably a good choice, you know, gets more wealth for Scholars, secures that late game.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could say is if Trump can hold here, he's got Colossus, he'll be able to recover, and it looks like at the very least, Sylvan and KBO were able to boom a little bit, so their economies are still intact.
They are ahead.
Yeah, so
I think
so it's,
for this team game, it might have been great for Sylvan to tell Trump that he had sitting on about 500 of each resource and throw Trump a couple hundred food.
Yeah.
Get him back in the game real fast.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think, it also looks like they're not using voice comm because I see a lot of text, you know, in the chat.
Yeah,
That slows you down too with your communication.
Yeah, I would really like to see from Blove just send a cataphract down to the bottom here. Blove saw that slinger and heavy archer guarding that diamond, and a cataphract could do a lot of work against them. Maybe even two light horses would be enough, and that would be really excellent.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Either way, either 2 light or 1 cataphract.
Yeah.
We'll clean that right out.
And if we take a look at the metal income really quickly here, it looks like Strat is winning on all aspects of the metal income, at least because they have more mountains than their opponents. You know, we see here both KVL and Sylvan are using copper to try and supplement some of that lacking metal income, which seems like a good choice.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about copper when you're not on a water map is it will give you that metal if you're short on metal. So yeah. For sure. And I mean, it does make your siege a little bit stronger too, so that's nice for sieges. Yeah. But it looks like surprisingly the Nubians' gold is really low.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that. I guess that's just a matter of like them not having as many wealth rares, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a second market either. Probably doesn't have taxation. Yeah, I don't see a temple anywhere. So yeah, he's just not maximizing what he could be.
Honestly, for all of the blunders on KVL, Sylvan, and Donald Trump's side there, with letting them get tripled, they have the advantage.
Yeah, and
it's
look at
looking
the
like
scores. They're 200 points up, which is,
they better kill H3. They better kill H3.
Let's take a look at the knowledge incomes really quick. So for V has 100 knowledge income off of 11 scholars. Lankesh has 50 and Blove has 75. Whereas here we see Donald Trump has 85 knowledge, even though got sieged early. The rest of the economy is not doing too well. KVL has 77, and the Chinese player has only 45.
Yeah.
Looks like fairly even, surprisingly. We
fairly
do see
even,
yeah.
You can see that they've been hoarding up on knowledge, so they're all going to be able to age because they do have silver as well on some side.
And we do see here a little skirmish with Blove, but this is a really hard position to attack into. There's a river right here, there's a tower behind it, all these British archers, and the territory is not going to work out too well because, bribing and healing and stuff, it's not super effective at staving off the aggression here. We do see some nice target fire from Blove, choosing to just take out that cataphract. Really nice.
Yeah, and Trump's got a kind of a nice river here around Portsmouth, so that's going to give him a natural kind of moat defense, and he can use those archers. I would really love to see him using obsidian. I'm not even sure if they found it.
Here we see a nice little raid from Sylvan in the back, snipes a horse merchant from Lankesh, which is nice.
Yeah, they did not find obsidian, unfortunately, because that would really be helping Trump right now. He could easily take out those siege. And now we're seeing VH.
Yeah, we see a big fight here. There's not enough cavalry from Blove. There's not enough heavy cavalry. And all these British archers and archers from KVL are really going to pig out on these units that are just not healing in territory.
Yeah, not sure why Blove's not coming in with a lot of light cavalry here.
No, I don't know either. And I also don't know why Blove's continuing this fight, even though Blove has aged and sees that the opponents have not aged yet. Maybe can get the age advantage. Should have just waited here, upgraded all the units, and then gone for it. But alas.
And you can see these British archers just raining down on the siege now. And he's got some heavy cavalry. Great defense by Trump here. Excellent work.
Yeah, making use of the terrain, fighting
and
from
all
the high
three of them
ground.
are aging. Lankesh looks like he's falling back in score now, so I think we're going to see a little momentum shift here going into H3.
Yeah, and I think it's due to what you were talking about earlier, Raiden, the wealth rares. Like, Trump, who has taken a lot of economic damage and only has a plus 110 food, 118 right now, has 107 wealth. Compare that to compared to that to the 92 of Blove, who's doing the best, whereas Lancash has 48 and V has 53.
Yep. So I think Strat needs to change their strategy here. You're not going to take Portsmouth. Trump's
Big
smart.
skirmish
He'll drop
here.
an outpost and 2 towers on there, and he'll be all set. Especially
Yeah, I got
when
a
they
skirmish here in the middle.
Yeah, looks
KBL and Sylvan
like
and,
V got sandwiched by KBL
yeah.
and Sylvan.
Yeah, he's gonna lose pretty much his whole army.
Yeah, yikes, that's gonna hurt.
That's-
I'm not really sure how that happened. I think KBL
It
got.
looked like
Oh, no.
V was trying to rotate to Noshiro. It looked like to start sieging, and then he just walked into 2 armies. He just didn't scout it.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Well, KBL was rotating to Trump and ran right past Gebel Barco. He actually ran through his territory. And then
Oh,
came
wow,
back, and then, that was interesting. I saw that piece earlier. That was an interesting micro there.
Now Lancash is finally aging, last to age. But Trump, the Alea team is just they're on fire right now. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going.
Yeah.
As you can see, Gebel Barco's really in trouble.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a really critical position, right? This mine is really important for V to save, as well as this is a really important choke point. It's kind of separates Trump from the rest of the Alea Lacta Est players. But there's just so much army from both the Japanese player and the Chinese player here. So many archers, so many crossbows, and they can pretty much just stand here and hold their ground and get that free healing from the sender because of the territory difference.
Yeah, and back down at Portsmouth, it looks like Blove's back to work sieging there. But again, just if you look at his army, it's just not built to go after all these archers. He's only got 1 light cavalry. It's updated at least. He's got one heavy cavalry, and that's it. Those are just not going to be enough to take out all these archers.
Nope. Man,
Yeah.
you really think Flames would have coached Strat to not run into a British river, huh?
Yeah, that's
Maybe Flames.
that's just a bad front there. Yeah, the better move I think for Blove here is just tower or drop a castle right there in front of Peshawar, and rotate up and just go triple Gebel.
Yeah.
Because there's no way Trump's going to push across that river, and that city's pretty much safe.
He's
So.
Definitely.
applying pressure, so he's keeping him there, but that's not going to do anything when the guy's got followed.
And this city looks like it's Gebel Barkal looks like it is going to be taken down, but after a fight, V has some units here, but it's just not enough. Like, look, numbers wise, it pales in comparison to the combined armies of KVL and Sylvan.
Yeah, and they just sniped the senator, so
No
looks like they're
healing.
going to take it back momentarily though. Momentarily taking this back, but it's not going to last.
Yeah, these militia just walking in very slowly to their deaths. And ultimately, I think it is that wealth rare difference. Look at Sylvan with 1,300 wealth in the bank. Whereas the other players are really struggling right now. We see V with only plus 20 wealth income. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it would be nice to see Sylvan spam some more scholars here with all that gold. He's got a completely empty university.
Or even put down like Terracotta Army or something. Yeah,
and put down a 3rd university. He could have 3 full universities right now. He's only using 1 out of potentially 3.
I was gonna suggest to V to put down get attrition going, but that wealth's still really hurting. We do see a wonder race here between Blove and KVL. KVL currently only has 1 unit, has the head start on this Hanging Gardens, whereas Blove has pulled a bunch of units, 13 citizens here, and is still continuing to siege on the side.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Blove's putting so much attention on that. If I was him, I would, again, just fortify by this river, rotate up, and help you. You see your team's losing in the middle. They need you here. And this is where a heads-up teamwork can come in. He could easily come up there and help take back that city, and Trump's out of position to really help. I mean, Trump could rotate back.
Honestly, I'm going to disagree with you there. I think he'd have to rotate. So Blood would have to rotate up through the city to the left, like meaning the left side of that large mountain to get over there without Donald Trump cutting him off in the river. I think that Bluff's in a weird spot right now.
Yeah, it is.
but
It's
yes,
a tough spot.
Yeah.
I think he's probably swing right around Portsmouth and down underneath maybe, but I don't know if he can take Donald Trump 1v1 in the fight right now at all. Those archers are strong.
I would like to see. You know what I would like to see? I would like to see Love move the army over to the top, like above this keep here in London, above the keep, and just siege all of these buildings. You know, just be really, really annoying. And you know, when KVL and Sylvan eventually leave the city, Bluff can go and take it back for the strat team. I think that would be effective. And Bluff doesn't need to kill Trump. It just needs to continue damaging Trump, force Trump to make more units, and eventually, when Bluff sees a good opportunity, maybe go and help the allies. Because currently, I agree, Raiden, it's going to be hard to move out of this, chokehold. Like, it's just really, really tough to get out here.
He's pushing in, though. We'll see. Go take a look at Portsmouth.
Yeah, I just don't. His composition's just not where it should be against all these archers. I mean, he's walking into what, 15 archers.
Bunch of heavy cav there would be good because I don't think Trump really built a lot of pikemen. He doesn't have the metal.
Yeah,
no, he's got a couple heavy cavalry, but not or cataphracts even. They're not even upgraded.
We see a forced march from Trump. Here, Bluff needs to retreat. Doesn't retreat. This is going to be painful.
Yeah, and you see Blow stuck in this river. This is a bad place to take a fight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Shoot poking at him for sure. Oh, Love's gonna get massacred.
Yeah, this is hard. This is
very
painful
bad
to watch. Bad move. Bad move against these British archers. I mean, he is doing some damage here. He's sieging down the university, but he's gonna lose pretty much his entire army here.
I think so too. He doesn't have the cavalry right now.
We do finally see some knights coming in and light cavalry. I mean, I feel like it's too little, too late. 16 British archers here, 15 ones killed,
and they're healing. Yeah, they're healing too because Trump was senator. So it's just it's going to be hard to break that wall.
Yeah, Trump also throwing in some militia for good measure, just to make sure that you don't lose this fight, which I agree with. I think playing it safe is a good choice. They're going to take the city of Lanzhou easily. KVL and Sylvan are going to take it easily. Very little resistance from the other side. And now we see there's a city here there's a fort here from Lankish that's completely exposed and going to be a free giveaway.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that placement.
Yeah.
For that fort.
Maybe he was trying to split them completely.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that could have been.
Really wasted metal.
Yeah. And I mean, like, let's take a moment and think about how this game would have changed in a fairly significant manner if Bluff had raided this diamonds early. I think that would have made a huge difference. Look, like, it's still guarded by the same units, one slinger, one archer. If Bluff just ever at any point had sent down 2 light cavalry or a heavy archer, each of the teammates immediately loses 20 or 24 wealth income, and then also loses that extra commerce cap, which would have really set them back for quite a while. And just raiding in general, all of these wealth rares, there's quite a bit of exposed area here, like this wood camp from KVL. Some of these random rares here and there. A lot of exposed area to raid that some horse archers would be really powerful in, but ultimately just didn't come together.
Well, I think one thing that we're kind of overlooking is, although the triple was effective in setting Donald Trump back, mostly due to KVL and Sylvan's slowness in reacting, it really wasn't. It wasn't the right move to try to triple a British player through rivers. Ultimately, I think that if Lancashire B had just went for Sylvan right there with his forward city, Japan, he didn't have an army when they hit, so that might have worked. They might be able to take him out of the game and just have Bluff deal with Trump one-on-one.
It looks like Bluff suiciding again. He's trying to put pressure in Portsmouth. Trump just sniped one of his trebuchets.
Yeah.
But White's still here too. So
17 archers from Trump now.
It's just give that one up. Bluff's got to give that one up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Raiden. I think I disagree with with your assessment. I think I actually did like the triple quite a bit, and I wish they had realized earlier on that KVL and Silver are no place to help whatsoever, and they should have, I think, at least probably Bluff should have gone to Com2 Despot and just tried to. They should have tried to kill Donald Trump outright. Just pull all the militia. You know, get that one player out of the way, and then hopefully be able to hold off 2v3. Because being a player down is really that is really a big difference.
Now we're seeing Sylvan rotate over to take out this castle, so it looks like he's gonna get a free metal plunder there.
I mean, ultimately, it's hard to say what would have been the right move, you know, because there's clearly a bunch of different factors there. But what we do know now is that it's going to be really hard for Strat to come back into this game, even though the start looked very promising for them, because of those wealth rares. You know, now we see still the wealth incomes of Lankesh and V still quite low, not even breaking past 100, whereas everybody else is way past that.
And now we got Trump going mill 3, so now he's going to be able to get the tactics upgrade, so that's going to just make his army that much stronger.
Yeah, already has a castle, nice choice.
Yeah. But now it looks like Blove is starting to put together. If you look at his composition now, he's got a bunch of horses. That's the right move here. So let's see on the next fight if he can go in and take out some of these archers.
Yeah.
He's also got a spy. I don't know if Trump has a scout. He does, but it's not updated to Explorer.
Yeah.
But that's still enough. Trump's got some decent light cavalry now, but they're not upgraded either.
Yeah. Looks like Bluff doesn't have armor quite yet. Does Bluff have a castle?
I don't think so.
Oh, no, it does. Bluff does, just needs to actually click on the button for tactics. Tactics obviously being one of the most insane army buffs. Armor is really, really important.
Yeah. And I'm not sure what Sylvan's doing. I thought he was going to take out that fort, but now it looks like he's rotating back to KVL here in the middle.
Yeah.
I guess they're going to push up towards Napata, maybe? Is that the play?
Not sure. I think they're just going to try and brute force it in because they have much more army than their opponents currently.
Yeah.
I would like to see if Lankesh, you know, this castle's a good idea. If Lankesh had somehow managed to put down like a stable here, just raiding the back would cause so much damage. You know, there's woodcutter camps from Trump. The mine is exposed. These merchants are exposed. That mine's exposed. There's plenty of places to really wreak havoc with a couple horse archers.
Look at this though.
Oh, this is a big fight in the middle. Yikes.
And Blove's coming in. He's going to take Portsmouth momentarily. And
he's
taking
on this
out those archers.
You're right.
He's taking out those archers.
Still 16 archers against six heavy infantry, but it looks like Bluff does take the city, and that's a big momentum shift. Again, we see Trump pulling militia. Probably a good choice. You know, you just don't want to lose the city because this is such an incredible chokehold that Trump has managed to take advantage of so far. Still has 14 archers, and these knights are going to get gunned down sooner rather than later. And I would like to see a retreat for Bluff. Tactical retreat. Has killed a bunch of militia, which is nice. Has set the British player back a little bit in terms of economy, but now needs to go back before throwing away more army.
Yeah, it looks like KVO's rotating down again to support. And that's, Blove needs to retreat before he loses any more army. There's no reason to stay here and just get picked off.
Here we see a massive army from KVL. This is a giant Japanese army. KVL is pop capped, and Bluff nearly needs to retreat. Can't just keep pouring in units. That's not going to help.
Now, you know what? If Trump could get some siege out here quick, with this size of an army from KVL, they could just start pushing in to Peshawar, because Peshawar is completely undefended as far as tower or fort. I mean, there's he's still got a small army there, but they may be able to just stay here, because, here comes the Japanese pushing now.
Yeah.
I mean, look at KVL's army. It's just
massive.
It's almost like a Colossus army, yeah.
And here we see a nice sneaky move here from Lankesh. Gonna just sneak in the troops, gonna take this city nice and easy if KVL and Trump don't go back. And this is nice usage of your army here. Even though Lankesh and Bluff have combined smaller armies, you know, it's as long as they can keep the army separated, it's quite effective. If Lankesh can take the city really quickly, you know, it doesn't look like it's gonna go help Bluff. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, he's just gonna go help.
Bluff doesn't have attrition. That's really sucks. That would deal a lot of damage here on all these troops.
Yeah, it looks like he just got it. It looks like.
That's interesting. Maybe just take that port. Take that port. Oh, he has Portsmouth still. Who has Portsmouth right now? Trump have it.
Yeah, Trump took it back.
Just try to grab that.
Yeah, they're starting to burn now. They got to get out of there. We're gonna lose all that Japanese army. And it looks like Trump has the knowledge to age. He just needs to buy some food.
Yeah, but he's working on the economy currently.
Yep. Wow, KVL's got a lot of resources. There he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
KVL is aging.
Yeah, KVL's got 2,400 food, 1,500 wood. Got to use that.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's gonna have to use all that to replace his entire army because there it goes.
Well, currently it's all weakened, but it looks like KVL will be able to save quite a bit of this. There's still a lot of units here.
Yeah.
But did lose a lot, you know, that lost probably half the army.
It doesn't look like he's backing off though here. There you go, you got a lot of red. Typically when you have an army like that, you want to try to save what you can.
Yeah.
Get it in the city somewhere, try to heal it back up.
Yeah, but it looks like that was worth it for them, right? If you take a look at Lancash's and Bluff's populations, you know, it's just way down because they lost their entire armies in those fights. KVL now ages. This is gonna be really scary, especially with all of these soon-to-be arquebusiers. I don't know why KVL is still creating crossbowmen, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, when your opponent's age 3, you could still get away with it, I guess. But there's no reason to. Yeah.
He's going for the research now.
Yeah. We do see V has probably lost a fight against Sylvan, again, if you look at the populations and army sizes.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Lancash is just he's just hasn't been able to recover. I mean, he's going to age relatively soon, but if you look at his score, he's just significantly STRAT 2, or I mean V2 also. They're just KVL's rolling. Yeah, once Trump ages, this is going to be trouble.
Yeah, and here we see this is a misplay that some players do. They don't build enough caravans. If you look at V, V only has 1 out of 3 caravans. You know, you can't afford 2 more caravans. Why not? You know, caravans are some of the best wealth gathering units in the game, pretty much free. So really, really effective way to gather wealth, which is what V is short of.
And especially he's still under 100 wealth, so
yeah,
you know, those caravans are much needed right now.
Yeah.
And it looks like KVL and Trump are just going to stay here at Portsmouth, try and control here.
Yeah.
We see Blove's clicked up the age now.
Yeah, I'm at 3710, and I think he will shortly. Yep, clicks up now. Yep. 3715 now. Yeah, I'm not actually sure how Lankish got so far behind, knowledge-wise. As a Chinese player, you know, having cheaper science research is really, really helpful for that faster boom.
Got decent gold income. Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, 160, and he's got all his caravans working. I think it was just he got focused on those early battles and wasn't paying attention to his economy too much. But his economy's looking pretty good now.
And we do see here Bluff just struggling to siege here again from the river. Still not going to work out. Going to lose all these sieges quite soon with the massive Japanese army and British army coming in. In fact, Bluff does not have armor. Has only +2. Does not research tactics. Whereas on the other side, let's look. Looks like KVL does not have armor either. But I mean, KVL has a massive army, so it doesn't really matter.
They have an age 4 coming.
Yeah, that's good. Is Trump close to age 4? And
he is. He's got science 4. He just needs the food. He can buy the food to age.
Yeah.
What about Lancash?
Lancash is still a ways away. I mean, I think he's catching up now, though.
Yeah, just needs maybe like 15 more seconds to get the knowledge, so actually very close.
Yeah.
Um,
But you know, it's the advantage with the Brits. You just keep getting those archer upgrades for free and just keep getting more and more powerful throughout the ages.
yeah, definitely.
It's tough.
British player has clicked up on age, and we see that Trump also goes to the school of never build a smelter.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot in this tournament. A lot of non-smelter
please
players.
build smelters. I know, like sometimes it's hard because, you know, your mines are a little far away. But like here, Trump can build a smelter at Portsmouth. Oh, here we go. Trump does not actually go to the school of not building smelters. We see a smelter going down at Portsmouth. It's a good choice. Nice job. And now we're seeing
the forge upgrade is just it's an underrated upgrade because you get that supply wagon. It increases it, so when you have a bigger army, you want that coverage from the supply wagon.
Yeah.
Plus, it reduces your attrition when you're attacking. So it's nice to get that smelter up. And actually, I think Blove gets it regardless, right? From Mongols. I don't even think they need smelter
Blove
to
gets
get
them for
that.
free, which is a nice upgrade.
Yeah.
It's small, but it's nice.
Yeah.
Nice retreat from Blove here. Doesn't want to lose too many units to this massive Japanese army, massive Japanese and British combined army. And Blove just needs more cavalry. Just needs to spam cavalry. The unit composition for KVL is not the greatest. Has a ton of crossbows, which are just really bad against everything.
Yeah, once you're in age 4, the crossbow is pretty much, obsolete.
Yeah.
But it looks like there's going to be pressure now on Napata coming down from Sylvan again. And he's got a decent-sized army. He's got a bunch of those Chinese fire lances. Those heavy fire lances, they have great range. They're nice units.
Yeah, we see Lankesh going top to try and help. Probably a good idea. If they can crush this army, maybe something can come of it. But unfortunately, V doesn't have that large an army either, which is gonna be quite unfortunate for them. And Sylvan is floating thousands of resources. Wow.
Yeah, we've been seeing that from him pretty much all game.
Yeah, and Sylvan goes for the retreat. They're not in time to snipe these sieges. Sylvan is researching Monarch, and now they're out of position. On this side, Blove's doing pretty well, just holding the line against the Japanese and British combined forces. The British have transitioned to arquebusiers, which are much better than the British archers, because arquebusiers are good against opposing archers.
Yeah, it looks like they're setting up. He's going to drop a castle here, so they're going to now make this new front to push on Peshawar. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. And this is a nice castle from KVL, because KVL currently doesn't have... Well, KVL does have another castle, let's see. Okay, KVL finally researches tactics. Now it's going to research operations. That's the second armor upgrade soon.
Yeah, it looks like Lancash is sitting there at Napata to help defend, and on the flank there, V is going to come in. Looks like Sylvan just got Monarch though.
Yeah.
So he's going to be able to probably take on both these armies.
Maybe if they can snipe the Monarch, and if they can both get around to the back and snipe the Monarch, I think that fight could go well for them. But as is, in a straight-up fight, it's not going to work out well. Here we see V is out of position for the start of the fight. Needs to get that forced march going. Nice. These light cavalry coming from the side are really going to be a nice fit. And it looks like they are. It looks like Sylvan does make the choice to run away. Probably fine, Looks like Sylvan's not running away. Just reorganizing the battle line, which is a good choice. Trying to kite backwards.
Just getting them off the flank. Yeah, obviously, you don't want cavalry coming on your flank. You want to square them up so you can take them out. But now he's going to have to retreat fully.
Yeah, he's got to run, yeah. He doesn't have enough cavalry. He doesn't have any pikes. He's going to get slaughtered. Okay, he's running. Good.
And this is where another general would be really useful, just have another forced march, get your cavalry a little bit faster to get some more hits on those infantry. And now we see a nice little double here from V and Lankesh. They have enough units to really make something happen. But we do see a big rotation here coming from KVL. All of these units, so many arquebusiers and crossbowmen. Again, it's army compositions, army compositions, army compositions.
Yeah, not a single cavalry unit for KVL right now.
Yeah.
Where's he going with that? Is he going for Napata?
Yeah,
it looks
Napata's
like
already
he's
reduced for the most
yeah.
part. Is that
Oh, he's
500
going for
health,
it.
so
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, he's gonna try and
Like
get the
it.
sack here, and he should be able to get it.
He doesn't have any pikes though.
yeah, no attrition yet from V.
But he's got
Fourth
three. Oh, he
no,
had
it's
3 siege.
Supply wagon.
Oh, this is unfortunate. Look at this. KVL left a siege behind, and they all 3 of them just got killed by.
Yeah, and that's a
Blove.
nice little move there from Blove, is able to snipe those, getting to snipe 2 of those sieges.
Yeah, that's a
Unfortunately, it's
complete
still not
bo-
going to do that great. Now we see Sylvan save that army, can easily go back and reinforce V. V loses the capital, and all these citizens, all these militia are just dying left and right. I'm even having a hard time just double clicking on and finding one. And KVL is able to easily just run away with the whole army because they were out
Yeah,
of
that was a
position.
great sack. Great sack from KVL there. That just
Yeah.
really hurt V.
And that's one of the things you really have to do in these types of games. You just really have to be active and notice what's happening on the map. V and Lankish did have plenty of time to react. You know, they saw all those infantry coming through on the left of Ningxia, and then ultimately they were a little slow to react, and now they're going to get sandwiched by Sylvan and KVL.
Yeah.
Although these knights are doing good work, you know, 9 heavy knights from Lankish. Sylvan's army composition really not doing that great. Also caught in the river. Nice little chase there, but on the other side they're getting flanked by Sylvan, who has a bunch of heavy knights themselves, which are hurting the line of archers for V. What a
It
fight.
looked like Trump tried to push across the river there, but Blove's going to force him back to Portsmouth. Blove's got a nice army composition now. You see all these heavy knights coming in.
Yeah.
So, Blove's gonna. I don't think it's a good idea for Blove to push here. Trump's got this Portsmouth pretty well fortified now with 3 keeps. Still no attrition from Trump. He needs to get that, but he should be able to defend the city very easily now.
Oh, when did Trump get pyramids? I didn't notice that at all.
I didn't notice either. Well, I guess he's got it. It must have been during one of the firefights.
I would like to see Blove here now. Finally, that there's a city down here. I would like to see Blove make an aggressive movement with a big cavalry army, sack a city, kill a bunch of villagers, because that's how you're supposed to win against a Colossus opponent who is a little bit ahead on tech, it looks like. Yeah, a little bit ahead on tech. You just really want to catch their army out of position because all their army is currently infantry and a couple cavalry sprinkled in. If Blove makes a nice rotation, that could really make the difference. Here we see another giant fight. Looks like KVL has not learned the lesson from last time. Still just massing arquebusiers.
Yeah, and there's a fort going up now at Napata. That's going to make things more difficult. Well, one thing from Trump, I just realized he's got the food maxed out. That's nice, but if you, oh no, he's doing it now. He's maxing out the cities. He was only at 3 cities, but now it looks like he's building 2 more. So
Yeah.
he got Windsor up, and he's getting a 5th city up now behind London. So his economy is just going to keep rolling. I mean, if they keep letting Trump boom like this, he's going to be able to pretty much 1 versus 3 if they don't slow him down.
Yeah, exactly.
How's the knowledge income right now for all of them? Take a look at that.
Let's
'cause I
see.
think
V has plus 190. Lankish has 213. Blove has 180. And then on the other side, KVL has 166. Trump has 260. And let's see, Sylvan is left. Sylvan has, oh no, I already did Sylvan, sorry. Sylvan has 166 and KVL has 272. So Sylvan's a little bit behind and Blove is a little bit behind.
Trump and KVL have printing press research. Okay,
Yes.
that's one of the things you'll notice on the inter-level is they don't seem to prioritize the university upgrades, and it doesn't matter too much between ages 2 and 3, and yeah, it does matter a little bit to gunpowder, but you'll see very quickly that some of these guys are going to get to lightning age a lot faster than others.
And this looks like a bad fight for Lankish and V. They just don't have enough units. There's not enough cavalry to take advantage of the really poor army composition that we've been seeing here. You know, it is good for Lankish to continue spamming out these heavy knights. That's really going to make a difference. Would like to see Lankish go for either Mill 4 or Commerce 3, because those would really help the incomes here.
Yeah, we can see Sulfur is available now too, and no one's using that either. That's one of those rares that pop. Well, it's the only rare that pops up, H4. It's kind of a new rare to use. It'd be nice to see the music because it gives you that siege bonus, it's a cheaper siege, and it's a gold medal rare, so it's a nice rare to use.
We haven't seen much raiding this entire game from really either side. The only raid so far we've seen is this elite pikeman just sitting on horses, which is doing a good job. Oh, it looks like Blove did lose a fight on this side, and now it looks like Donald Trump is just going to steamroll Blove easily. Has a much larger army. Not quite sure what happened on this side. Probably just the Colossus and Commerce Cap advantage got to Blove eventually.
Yeah, and it looked like Trump. I saw a little bit of that fight. Trump was microing a little bit better. He was able to snipe a bunch of Blove's heavy cavalry, as you can see. He's got 3 generals, but he doesn't have an army for him, so he needs to start getting an army together here.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, too, we're not seeing the next level upgrade, government upgrades. I think, is there only one monarch out there? I think it's only Sylvan.
Yeah, Sylvan has a monarch. Yeah, I think if Blove had gotten monarch nice and early, that would really make a difference here. But now it looks like Trump is going to age somewhat soon in the next minute by my calculations. 310 every 60 seconds. Never mind. Next 2 minutes going to age. Has also put down Terracotta Army. It looks like this player is going to be impossible to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, a Terracotta Army with those infantry coming in age 5, British infantry. It's going to be brutal. Those Highlanders are nice units.
See a bit of a rare moment of silence in this game. Both sides just trying to rebuild some army, just get those techs.
Yeah, I think it must be a holiday. Maybe it was Christmas truce.
Yeah,
so they're just taking the truce for a little while.
Everybody's chilling, and Trump says win. I think I agree. I mean, Trump can probably 1v2 any of the other opposing players at this point. With all those wonders and that insane British economy, still doesn't have a great metal income, but I can. We're seeing here, nice move, Trump. Got that smelter going. Smelter for the mine. Yeah. Very nice.
Yep, get the smelter going, and like I said, it would be nice to see them use sulfur. You can get another 18 metal from that.
Yep. Here we see a big rotation from KVL going to the top with all this massive, mostly infantry army. And it's followed by Sylvan, who has a smaller army, but also, also being really annoying. This is going to hurt the economy of V quite a bit, who was already set back by the earlier cap sack. And their armies are just way out of position.
Yeah, I guess he's going to try... I'm not sure what KVL's doing here. He's just raiding, I guess. It looks like, it's just a heavy raid. He's going to kill all these miners.
And that is effective,
Yeah.
Even if you want to, again, this is talking about just making use of your army. Even if you're not taking big fights, just continuously poke your army around, see where you can get value out of it.
Yeah, this is great. He killed that entire mine. He killed all these woodcutters. He killed 2 caravans, so you can see it's starting to affect V's economy here.
Yeah, and now V has chosen to go to the bottom and not go back for the capital, because we see here a big fight breaking out between Blove and Donald Trump, and Blove's on the wrong side of the river, just sitting in the river rather than holding the line, which is a little hard, admittedly, against a massive Colossus army like this.
Yeah, he's in a bad spot. Momentum is definitely in Trump's favor right now. He's going to be soon to age. Yeah. Doesn't look like Blove's too far away from aging, and his economy's still pretty strong. So
they're making a move over to London right now. V and Lankish.
Yeah, they need to go faster. This is going to be way too slow. They're going to get caught by KVL here, KVL and Sylvan. And also, they're going to lose the city of Napata. I like the play, but it's not, they're just currently sitting there, and they need to use their siege on this capital. They need to start sieging the fort, the castle, and then they need to take the city, because Trump is now able to click up on that age button and age.
Yep, we're going to see him age soon. He's got the terracotta done. He's going to be taking full control here.
Yeah.
He also has president now, so he's going to be able to defend forever because he's going to get all the extra defensive bonus and healing from the president.
Yeah, and it looks like V and Lancashire are just too slow on the draw. You know, they're only now are their sieges going to get in place to try and take the city, but it's at this point it's too late. KVL is going to catch up, as is Sylvan, and it's not going to work out for them. They're going to get tripled on that side.
Yeah, they had the right idea, just the execution wasn't there.
No, not at all.
And Trump really built in a nice spot, having this river just completely surrounding his cities.
I think they can get it if they move now. Yeah, they're going to get it.
Yeah, but, I mean, sure, they get a cap sack, but their armies both get wiped out completely, and then they're dead, right?
Yeah, probably.
We'll see. Maybe they can hold it. They do have the rocks there, so that'll give some defensive bonus to those arquebusiers.
Good point.
Yeah.
So it's possible they could hold this. They keep both armies
Sylvan's
there.
rotating down. Now they're in trouble.
There goes the sack.
If they can make use of this river here to try and hold a position, you know, get rid of this castle, really cripple Donald Trump's economy. If they can use the river to hold off their opponents here, maybe they can make something happen. But Bluff's just out of position, you know. Bluff's trying to still take the city of Portsmouth, whereas Bluff should really be going back and trying to clean up all these extra units from KVL who are harassing V and Lancashire's economy.
And this was actually a dually great sack here because it's also Trump only has one library, so he's unable to age.
Oh, yeah.
Even though he could age 10 times over right now, he can't age at all. So he needs to get another library up, age, and then he can start sending up those. Because he's got the terracotta down there at Windsor, he could start sending up free units from there. So this is there goes Portsmouth now. You got a full triple going on here, and I'm not sure where his team is.
Yeah, and this is a really big fight. I don't know who's going to win. You know, they have the advantage, at least territory-wise, for V and Lancash. You know, they can have this river here, but it looks like Trump does take back the city after pouring some units, spending those resources that were banked up.
He needs to click that age.
Yeah.
He also needs to fortify that castle. It's going to go down too fast. Fortification gives you the extra.
Yeah, this fight is really messy. Ultimately, Love finally takes Portsmouth again, but all these units here from KVL. Hopefully Blove can clean up some of these arquebusiers, which are just moving. They're not on attack move.
Yeah. And now we see Trump aging. So let's see if this will swing things back into his favor. And surprisingly, Trump's eco is not too bad from all that. I mean, it's not at the Colossus level, British level, but still. And now KVL's aging as well.
Yeah,
Turn on metal and gold.
Yeah, it was a good attempt, right? They almost took the city. They killed a lot of army, like a lot of army, but they were really far behind in the first place, and it looks like they're going to continue to still be up behind. Although ultimately that move, I think it was a net positive for them. You know, they managed to kill a bunch of army.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
They're still trading very well. They stopped the aggression from KVL and Sylvan on that side. Now I just would like to see them kind of clear up these bombards, save the city, which is going to go down to this one single samurai here. And this fight is still happening, still continuing. Trump, that democracy early on, probably a good choice because I guess he knew how far ahead he was.
Yeah, there was no reason for him to be overly aggressive. Just play defensive game, play for the long game. You got everything's in his favor, so there was no reason to really get too aggressive. And yeah, you could see the president's really helping here defend.
Yeah. And here, V is out of position. The army's not there to try and punish Trump for all of this unit composition. But they are making something happen. Trump has now aged. KVL's almost finished aging and is upgrading techs now. Fusiliers are really awesome against cavalry, which that will be a big problem for for the Strat team if they manage to make a game out of this, which I think they are doing a good job of. They're really trying their best. On this side, the city of Yeha is taken by 2 bombards and a samurai. I'm not sure where the samurai went, but can be easily taken back by a couple militia.
Strat's not too far from aging here. We should see some aging from them really soon. Blove just needs the food. Lankesh, same. No, Lankesh can age. Oh, no, he needs about another minute to age.
Yeah. And here, we see V is doing a good job. You know, this is a big cavalry army, but not making use of it. If you send this here, you clean up a lot of units from Trump, and that would really, really help. That would really help Blove on this side, who's currently getting doubled, and it's not looking like the allies can't really help. Lankesh has no army right now because, you know, he's been taking up the brunt of the losses.
Yeah, it's been a lot of back and forth so far in this game. Let's see. I mean, I still feel like Trump's team is in the driver's seat. So.
Yeah, I think so too. But for a moment, it looked like maybe they were going to lose a lot of their advantage that they accumulated for so long.
Yeah, London's refortified now. He's got 3 keeps there, or stockades there. Still no attrition from Trump. He also doesn't have the Minutemen upgrade. Now that's a great upgrade. Those Minutemen are so much stronger than regular militia. They're actually a really, really good unit to have for defense especially. And
now it looks like this game is really slipping away from Strat. After a long grind, it looks like the Alea Lacta Est team is gonna stabilize. You know, London's not going down anytime soon. All the other caps are way in the back.
Yeah, and we're gonna start seeing some GGs here.
Yep, GG called from the really, really sweet game here from both sides. I think we saw some interesting tactics that worked out in some respects and, you know, failed in others. We saw the early triple on Donald Trump didn't quite work out ultimately because they were not able to take advantage of the offensive momentum they generated there. Yeah, and we saw that last desperate push to take London and hold it, which, you know, they captured the city, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, they made a good push, but it was, yeah, like you said, just wasn't enough. And we're seeing the resigns now.
Yep. Raiden, who do you think was the MVP of the game on each side? What do you think?
Well, I'd say you got to give it to Trump for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
They picked on him the whole time, right? And he had to hold. KBL and Silver were slow to get started, but once they did, they were able to take some pressure off of him. He had a good civ, the right civ to hold on Rivers, the British, so that helped him out a lot. And he was able to hold for them. And on Strat,
hard to say.
I don't really like. I still don't agree with the triple on Donald Trump, just because ultimately, if KVL and Sylvan had been faster and they had went to triple Donald Trump and moved all their troops down there, they could have got punished and lost the game a lot faster.
Yeah.
I do think that Blove did a good job of putting pressure onto Trump, which is what he was supposed to do. But I think Strat had the edge early, and I think if they had just pushed onto Sylvan, who had an exposed front city right there.
Yeah.
I just don't like push. I get the triple's a good move in most cases, but tripling the British player on Rivers is.
Yeah, fair enough.
With the Rivers style map it's a tough one. So I'd say Blove and Donald Trump are your clear MVPs. But
what about you, Oldie? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Trump, he really pulled it together. You can see his kill. He almost had just as many units.
Wow.
Yeah, and 211 losses. So I mean, he was pretty much just constantly fighting the whole game, just in and out battles. Yeah, and Blove, you know, he did what he had to do to keep pressure there at the bottom. Those were definitely the best 2 players on both teams matching up, and you could see it was just KVL and Sylvan did just enough to help keep the team in the game, to keep the win. So good job for them.
Yeah. All right, that's a great game number 1 here. We're gonna switch to game number 2 in a moment. I'm gonna update the scoreboard really quickly. All right, so let's see. So that's going to be 1-0 on the side of in favor of Alea lacta est. For those of you who are just joining us, or sorry, go ahead.
Nope. I was go ahead.
For those of you who are just joining us right now, this is AS Eat the Pair. I'm joined by olddirtyh and Raiden. We are currently casting STRAT BRV versus Alea lacta est. This is the last game, the last match of the group stage in week number 1. And currently, Alea lacta est is up 1-0. Let's load up game number 2.
I'm going to step away for 1 minute while this game loads, guys. And also,
All right.
I think I'm just going to follow along on your stream here, Pair, because for some reason, seem to get about 40 seconds to a minute ahead every single time.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. The
No big
stream
deal.
is like
I can follow along here.
Yeah, the stream is
5
roughly.
seconds.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like 5 seconds behind. No big deal.
Yeah. So just be wary of that.
Mhm.
All right. So Oldie, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So let's. This is Amazon rainforest again, and let's take a look at the nations this time. So on the strat side, we've got BRV with Maya, V with Egyptians, and Lankish with Romans. On the other side, we've got KVL with Greeks, Sylvan with Americans, and Donald Trump with Lakota. What do you think has the edge in terms of nations?
Raiden, go ahead. Oh, he stepped away.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's definitely.
Yeah. Well, we got Laco, Americans, Greeks, Romans, Egypt, Maya. This is looks like Amazon again.
Yep.
So we're gonna have another. Lakota's always good if used properly. I think Trump's skilled enough. He knows how to use them. Ton of ruins on this map that could give them an edge. The Egypt pick can be interesting depending on where he can go up, get his city up. If he can get a couple wonders early and boom a little bit, that could give them an advantage. But let's see. I like Strat team to bounce back here. I think they're going to make the adjustment and bounce back in this game.
I think, given the map, I'd say that the nations are pretty even. I think Greeks are not the best because it's hard to gather wealth unless you have insane wealth rares. And I think Maya are a better nation, at least personally. You know, the speed is quite powerful. They're also quite effective against Lakota because Lakota often play aggressive, and Maya are great at defending, obviously. I think Egyptians are definitely a weaker tier 1 pick than a fast Lakota player really just getting things going. But I do think Americans versus Romans. You know, Americans are better in the long game, but Romans are quite well-rounded and can really make anything happen. They could be the glue that kind of keeps the strat
and especially
team together.
if they're in a situation where there's not a lot of gold rares, they're going to get that gold from those cities and building markets, so they'll be okay.
Raiden, what do you think? Are you there?
Yep, I am back. Sorry about that.
No
So they got Amazon again. They got Amazon twice in a row.
Yep.
Amazon
So it looks
again.
like, oh my god, at least it's not whole twice in a row.
Yeah.
Or 5 times in a row, Goldie, as you know.
Yeah,
It's a tough
exactly.
break.
Like we got.
I think it comes down to Donald Trump's play. I'm curious to see him on Lakota. Lakota's a very high skill cap. Civ, obviously, and if he can put himself in a good position to deny some rares from Strat, I do like Alea lacta est, or how you say it, composition better.
Yeah, but I do like the spot where Egypt's in. He's off to the back a little bit, so he's definitely going to be able to get at least one wonder up early, and if he can use that to his advantage, that could help.
Yeah. Let's talk about possible city placements for the Lakota player. The second city placement, I mean. Looks like Makasika is right next to Lankish, who has Romans. So what do you what do you guys think? Where should Donald Trump put that first city down?
I think he's first on first. Right
Yeah,
there.
I was gonna say same
On
thing.
first.
Maybe cheated a little bit too, because he could also pressure that wood. There's a wood camp
Yes.
there,
He should
and
go
Sugar's there. Bison not too far away, so that'd be a great spot. if he
Right
could,
to the left of Furs is where you go, 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Then you get a tower up on that wood line if you can. Yep. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Trump notices that excellent spot. Furs is a really great rare, as is Sugar, and putting pressure on both those rares plus your opponent's wood, and also not being too far from your own capital is a really excellent. Really excellent.
That's great for Lakota for the caravan especially. He's going to be able to use that pretty easily.
Yeah, Lakota's tricky because that second city placement, if you place it on a rare and you kind of zone in on where you want the rare to go and don't focus on where it leaves your capital relative to your second city, you wind up having to defend two cities that are in bad positions relative to each other. And then
let's take a look at the ruins quickly. Looks like the Lakota player has a lot of ruins, 225, which is what you expect. Lakota, one of their advantages is they scout with a ton more citizens, which means they get a lot more ruins and they have a much faster start. Looks like Blove only has one ruin. Lankish and KVL have 2 each, and the Americans and Egyptian player have 4 or 5, which looks okay.
Yeah, and Trump's going for the science here. So there's a ton of ruins. He's on fire with that. So I think the science for him in this situation is the right call.
Good call.
Yeah, I agree. And he's got a great wood camp in the back there, plus 10 wood camp. It's nice and far in the back, so it'll be easy for him to defend that.
Yeah, definitely.
So some higher level tricks with Lakota that I'll mention that usually you get into the higher to low pro level is when you're getting those ruins, you want to be controlling your food. So the ruin gives you the lowest resources you have, and Trump now has no wealth, so he'll be getting those. But in the early game, what you want to be doing is constantly pumping out citizens and controlling so that your food resource is the lowest, so you continuously get food ruins. You actually want to do this for every civ that's possible to do, because food ruins in the early game are the best ruins you can get.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it gets you to H2. I feel like a lot of players don't know that, especially at the inter level. So I'm not sure what Trump's been doing. It doesn't tell me, but it allows you to get out your Civ 1 faster, your Mill 1 faster, get the Classical Age faster. Food ruins are king.
Yeah. Well, just based on his build, and at the time we're at 5 minutes, he's already got Science Civ. I'm gonna guess that he managed that food pretty well. So.
Yep.
Yeah, and it looks like he has gone for that Civ first. What really has not scouted that Furs. Really interested to see where Trump goes Civ.
He doesn't see the wood line either.
Yeah, he might go for the bison. Maybe.
He's going on the Pappy, I think.
He's going for Pappy, yeah. And this looks like a really big missed opportunity. Lankish and Blove can easily secure Furs and Sugar now by putting a second city down right here. Yep. Also secures that wood camp. And Pappy it's great and all, but it's not like it's still not the best in a longer game. Or it's still not the best in a shorter game where the Lakota player could be really aggressive.
I think if Trump had seen the wood line and he'd seen the Furs, he would have made a different decision.
I agree. Yeah, I guarantee that. Yeah, for sure.
Another thing that's good, especially with your Lakota, and you have like an edge over your opponent, like a tier 1 versus a tier 2. It's important to scout your opponent as the tier 1 to get a feel for how you can do some damage early. So finding the opponent's wood line, finding rares to move on to, just kind of getting a feel for how he's set up is very key early.
Looks like the Strat team has not scouted either Sugar or Furs, and is going to go for the city in the front instead. They haven't scouted Pappy.
Yeah, so Trump's going to benefit from that. So even though he hasn't found Furs yet, he knows about Sugar. He's got a bunch of citizens down there. It looks like he just found Furs now. So now he's going to know about that. He could even be in his position to maybe Civ 2 and try and take that back later. Or one of his other team. Well, it's not really a spot to build.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe if he's fast with Mill 1 and puts down a barracks, can easily deny a city that's going to go down there, possibly.
Yeah, I think that would be a good move. And here we're seeing Colossus come up from V, and he's in a great spot. I think I really like this location for the Egyptian player on this map. A lot of natural resources around him defending him. So it's not going to be easy for anyone to get in there and really do a lot of damage to him if he defends it well.
Yeah, and also Colossus is good against the Americans player because you're kind of denying Colossus from Americans. Americans function best with Colossus, but obviously they're still solid with Hanging Gardens.
Yeah, unless Egypt takes that as well, which is possible here. He's in a spot he may do that. We'll just see. And if he does do that, if he does go for the double wonder, I wonder if Sylvan and KVO will just go for the double and just try and take him out quickly.
I wonder. Sorry, I'm a lover of puns. We do see Love has gone for this city kind of like in the middle of nowhere. I mean, kind of gets closer to KVL and Sylvan. But, you know, this scouting is unfortunate. They still haven't scouted either Sugar or Furs, which are right in their territory. Really unfortunate for them.
It's too bad. Yeah, it's too bad. Great rares, especially early.
Yeah.
Looks like Sylvan's now got all the first level research done. Let's see if he starts getting some units out. You know, a good thing for Americans to do is get 2 or 3 units out early, so you get that additional eco from them. Plus, you can go raid with them and do other stuff. So
Definitely.
let's look at the rares. Did we talk about the rares?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we did not talk about the. We were just focusing on the stuff here. Before we talk about the rares, though, Donald Trump has a tower going down with a zillion citizens building it. It's not quite in range for the city, I don't think, but it is going to be able to snipe this market rather easily.
It's a good tower.
Yeah,
great
nice,
tower.
nice
That's a great
little tower
tower.
there.
Is Blue building any heavy infantry or something to stop it?
Nah, it looks like it's not going to finish in time. Just a single archer. Heavy infantry is not going to come in time. And that's going to be a free market giveaway. Which is, it's not, you know, game ending, but it is something.
It's
All right.
annoying, for sure.
It's just
anyways,
annoying. Yeah.
onto the rares. So on the strat side, we've obviously got Pappy. They have Sugar and Furs, which they haven't scouted. They have Diamonds in the top, which I believe they also haven't scouted. A little sloppy there. There's Obsidian in the back left. They have Salt in Blove's territory and Gems as well. In the Egyptian players' territory, there is Citrus. And that's it. They're gonna have access to wine soon. On the other side for Alea, Lacta, Este, they have Marble, Amber, Silver in the back there, Dye right next to the Greeks' capital, Copper. There's Tobacco in the back as well as Silk in the back, Horses and Cotton, and currently they're using Furs because the strat team has not scouted it yet.
Nice. I wonder, are there any what resources are outside of the opponent's territory that maybe Lakota's scouted that they could possibly tower? That's one thing that Lakota should be trying to do. I don't think there's anything.
There's nothing that's great. Oh, there's relics in the top, I guess. There's nothing really great that can't be towered at this point. Maybe like Sugar. Finally, Lankish does scout Sugar, sending a merchant over now. They still haven't scouted Furs or Diamonds.
Oh wow, they missed Diamonds. That's not good.
It's painful.
Yeah.
And we see Lakota's goes for
very
Mildew and Ancient. This looks like a rush to me. They have Furs, Peacocks, a couple Wealth Rares, really good economy. Yeah, looks like a rush to me.
Yeah, I think that's a very smart move. He's in a good position here to do that. He's pretty far ahead. And it's too bad for KVL. Not a whole lot of knowledge rares. Looks like all they have is Dye, and he's not even using it.
Yeah, they haven't scouted relics at the top, I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't think they have.
And it looks like all of the Lacta Est players are aging, and only Lankish now has clicked up on the age button. I'm interested to see if the other players have gone for any techs or anything, and that's why they're so slow. Yeah, the Maya player has gone for Civic 2 in Ancient.
Yeah, there you go. That's why. And then the Egypt player's going. He went Wonder. So
yeah, a little on the slower side, but aging soon.
Blove's trying to secure those gems. I like it.
Yeah.
Not a bad gem.
Yeah.
Trying to get a little closer, trying to push the front. The city is going to get denied though, which is going to suck. That's a little painful.
Yeah, that's a bummer. The tower's just a little far away to help support the city.
Blove have Iraqs? I don't think he does.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's not going up then.
These archers from V going to be annoying, and we see the American player has gone for that Hanging Gardens. Nice choice.
Here's the racks coming now. Well, he's got one down, but it's not building yet. He's still
the
going to
city looks like it is gaining progress. Look, see, there's now one hoplite and an archer attacking. Now they're target firing the citizen. Is the city going to go up? 94? 95?
The tower's helping. The tower's helping now.
Yeah, it's going down now to 94 again. There's multiple citizens here. I have no idea if this is going to go up or not. It's a big deal.
It's a race. Some bad
97?
micro from Sylvan.
Get the double. Oh.
99.
And the city
Those
does go
archers.
up. Wow.
Got it. And that's a Mayan city, so it's automatically going to start firing back to defend. So great job by Blove there to get that city up.
Yeah. I'm worried about the top side, though. Donald Trump is now going for Republic, has a much faster start than the Romans player. Romans is going for
Lancash is a
Mill 2
big...
early, which is a good choice.
I think
Yeah,
Bluff
he
should
needs
put a
that.
temple on that third city right now. Look at that border push. Go back to that. You notice
Oh,
when
yeah,
that city went up there.
yeah,
That
he'll-
is-
Yeah,
that
Gem's
is a
definitely
nice
helping out a
border
lot.
push. Get a temple on that third city. You're gonna be right in their face.
Yeah, it looks like he's
Yeah,
getting it down right
Temple,
now.
wow. Yeah, that's...
And
Yep,
then,
there you go.
and then if he gets religion on top of it, it's going to be like a, damn,
Oh,
like a
yeah.
Russian
Yep,
border push.
That's nice.
And you know,
That's
usually
good.
Some
I...
attrition.
Yeah, usually I am annoyed at players who go Civ 2 and Ancient because oftentimes it doesn't do much, it just slows down your age time. But here I think it's a good choice. You know, you're pushing the front forward quite a bit, making sure that city doesn't get denied early on. And wow, this is a lot of archers from V. 7 archers. Gonna clean up all these units nice and easy here.
Yeah, it looks like 1 or 2 might get picked off. Well, he's got a late cavalry coming to support Camel.
Yeah, wow. That I mean, this is not the most typical of moves, but it is effective here.
Definitely
Now we see-
unorthodox.
Yeah, you see Trump coming now. He's got a siege coming. Starting to put together a nice little army. But still not big enough to really do a lot of damage. But it looks like now Lancaster City's able to pick off that tower. So
Yeah, which is
But not
good,
before-
right?
yeah.
That's a welcome break. They still haven't scouted furs. Currently, looks like Lankish
Yeah.
doesn't have enough metal for Senator, which is really unfortunate for.
Yeah, he's only got 5 metal income right now. That's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Uh,
Looks like there
Yeah,
is a
he's-
mountain in the back in Blove's territory that could be used, but they're currently not using it. And
and
also
he,
looked like
he didn't
the-
scout. They
Yeah.
didn't scout Obsidian either in the back corner. And that's another thing players forget to do is there's always corner rares on certain maps. Amazon's one of those maps. So you got to go to the corner and find all the rares. Because they would know about Relics and Obsidian. Those are 2 pretty good rares.
Yeah, and it looks like V has overstayed his welcome. Got to lose all of the archers. I mean, it was a
Oh.
promising
Yeah.
start, but ultimately not working out because of the little spotty micro there.
Yeah, 6 archers. I mean, you could build a Colossus for that, which you did, but you know,
Yeah.
2 Colossus for that much archer. And now we're seeing Civ 2 from the Romans. Lancaster's
Yeah,
gonna go
I
Civ
don't
2
agree with
here.
this at all. You need to make more
Yeah,
units against the
terrible
Lakota
move.
player.
Yeah, terrible
Oh
move.
no!
Why?
Oh,
and
no.
he's Roman with no tower, no lookout.
Trump's about to
Yikes.
roll him.
Yeah,
this is
and-
Big yikes!
Terrible move. Yeah, Trump's gonna get free city.
Why
There's
does
got
he
all
have
these,
so many?
no attrition.
There's so many Uncle Waka. Why does he have so many? All right, well, I guess that works. I guess.
Yeah,
it's-
well, yeah, they're good. They're just acting as his archers, basically.
He gives
them
him
as
food
archers.
income too. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely something though.
So you just get him. He's using them as his archers. Got plenty of heavy.
Oh, this game
Ouch.
might be over real
That
quick.
hurts. All those
Yeah.
farms down the drain in a moment. Ouch.
Yeah.
No
it's-
militia from Lankish.
But they're gonna get picked off by those Sankas.
Yikes.
Yeah, and those upgrade for free too, if they even get to the point of age. But I don't even think Lancaster's gonna make it to age 3 at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like Bluff's gonna have to go back and help.
You get militia? I think Lankish, does he have research?
No.
I think he does, but
Just no
yeah,
metal.
he does. No, he's got militia.
Oh, now
But,
yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, but the 6 ranged cavalry, they'll just get eaten up. So militia's not even gonna be able to help.
Love needs to
Definitely
throw
use
down.
the diff.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Some racks. Oh, I was going to say throw down some barracks right now. Take advantage of that Roman heavy infantry
Yeah.
special there. Get some free units and then drop
Yeah.
a tower and an outpost at your cap right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. To be Rome and not have at least 1 tower at every city is a big mistake.
Yeah. And the Roman player is going for Despot. I actually like this play because first of all, you know, you're currently your metal income you need it for heavy cavalry and other units. Despot makes your units cheaper, and it's not like you're reaching 150 eco anytime soon. Just hope you can hold
Yeah.
against your opponent. Just hope you can hold against against Donald Trump here, while your allies hopefully kill the other side.
Well, yeah, and he's completely lost his wood income, and pretty much his gold income. So he's going to need that plunder to help supplement his loss right now. So yeah, the despot's going to have to help him get some of his economy back.
Is Blove planning on rotating? Blove is rotating to help.
Yeah,
right?
he
Sorry,
is. He looks like he is. Yeah, he's got a small army, but it's enough to help support. He's got a barracks coming up here too. He's building a barracks.
Yeah, this is a big Lakota army. The composition is a bit unorthodox, a bunch of heavy infantry and phalanx, but it's pretty easily going to take the city, given that there's not much to defend it.
No towers. Well,
No
one
temple.
tower, but bad spot.
Yeah, he needs a
Yeah.
temple.
I mean, he has. What does he have? He has. Yeah, he's dropping an outpost. There you go. That's good. Good.
He's getting
good.
a stable now.
He'll stall
With
it.
these, but look at these Sunkawakas. 9 Sunkawakas. He's going to be able to eat up all those. Any
So
militia that comes in
unnecessary.
here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. I guess maybe that was for militia.
Yeah, I think it's for
Hey.
militia, and it's just supplementing his archers. It doesn't look like he has any archers built.
Donald Trump 200 IQ play right there.
Yeah, there you go. And it's assimilated Neapolis.
Okay, he's got to take that front tower down.
Yeah, he's got the siege coming out. He's got 3 siege. It's gonna go down real fast.
Yeah,
He's
So
I would like
what
to
are-
see
his
some.
troops.
Yeah, I would like to see some aggression coming from V, who's had time to just boom and sit. You know, your allies are losing on the other side. Now we see KVL is rotating. Really would like to see V just
Oh,
come in with a
KVL 's
bunch of
rotating.
sieges, take Athens out, which is completely undefended right now, aside from a couple units from Sylvan. Take advantage. You got to use your tier 1 player has to have an impact on the game. You can't just sit back and boom. You know.
Yeah, well, that's what he's doing. So,
I mean, you can.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. You can technically.
I've used that strategy when Dirty's on my team 2v2 all the time. I just,
He's just like, Dirty, just
Cannon
hold as long
fodder.
as you can. I'm gonna boom to gunpowder, and just hopefully you don't die. Thanks,
triple
bro.
wonder strategy. It's effective.
Yeah.
Here we're gonna see the rush. Donald Trump is gonna go for the city. Is Donald Trump gonna capture it? Blove has reinforcements here. The army's not in the right place. I have no
So
idea
we
who's
get
gonna
the
win this
sack.
fight. All these phalanx.
A sack here is brutal. He's gonna lose all those farms. Can he hold? He's got the tower and the lookout in a great position, so I think he'll be able to hold. But these
Yeah.
Sunkawakan are gonna do
So-
damage.
Donald Trump's entire army is really susceptible to archers, I would say.
Yeah.
Sokowaka and Phalanx are. So if there's enough archers there, I think it's fine.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna hold. They're
As
gonna
long as
hold.
that outpost doesn't come, yeah, that's just nice idea on paper for Donald Trump, but he needs to throw in his own archers and heavy cavalry with that in order to actually take it.
Yeah.
Now we see-
WTF, Mr. Trump.
We're seeing V age now. So we'll
Yeah,
see
we,
what he
we
does
saw
after he
KVL
ages.
age, Greek's player, being quite fast at aging because they get that knowledge gatherer immediately. Hopefully can get some
Yep.
crossbows nice and soon. The upgrade is coming. But V will hopefully make something happen on the other side, Egyptians with Colossus.
Yeah, it looks like
is-
V's. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a siege factory of tower here in the front. Looks like he's gonna start pushing towards Athens shortly.
Yeah, and this tower is going to be annoying, just sniping at these
Yeah.
woodcutters. Nice play
And
there.
he's got a
from
fort
V.
too. But look at this, a nice raid coming from KVL coming around the backside here of Thebes.
Yeah,
Coming-
that's going to be painful, with all the crossbowmen and the Greek heavy cavalry. But it looks like KVL is going back because
Yeah, I think he decided against it. Yeah.
just taking a lot of
I would've
damage
just-
here.
If I was him, I would have just went in and killed as many of those civilians as I could, just to force back. But oh well, he's already rotated now.
Yeah, I haven't really liked KVL and Sylvan's rotation strategies in this game and the last game. I think they try to run across the map to help
Now,
Trump out, and I think they could
Now
be.
Trump's
able to-
calling a good game up here. I guess he feels
Yeah.
this double's frustrating him.
Yeah, I don't
He's
think
fine.
Trump recognizes how far behind the Romans player is right now. Still doesn't even have 100 food income,
Yeah.
but the Romans player does have good knowledge. When you're the despot player like this and you're behind, you do want to you can't catch up in other resources, but you can catch up in knowledge, and you got to take advantage of your cheap armies. So
Yeah.
those are your two advantages over Republic.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he just said that just kind of being frustrated because he's gonna age. He's gonna age right now. So I don't know what he's talking about, GG.
Yeah.
He's completely fine.
I think the big concern right now is V at the bottom, sitting on that
Yeah.
wonder. Does he have 2 wonders? Sorry,
Yeah,
I
no.
can't
Look like
rotate,
just
the
one.
one. Okay, just the one. All right.
Just the one for now. But he's age 3 now, so he can
Yeah,
he can
that's
go
gonna
for
be.
Porcelain Tower if he wants for Tikal.
Yeah.
And V can very easily get mill 3, just march forward and take Athens, which is quite exposed. Athens, that castle is going up, which is a nice choice from KVL. But there's not enough army here. And let's take a look on this side. What's Blove doing? Blove is, just staving off the aggression on Rome.
Yeah, he's just trying to keep Lankish in the game long enough to recover. Looks like Lankish is bouncing back slowly. He's almost able to age.
Yeah.
He needs to move Rome. That Senate's still not raised yet. It's 73% raised. So it needs to get that Senate out of there and move it back. But he looks like wisely he did move a city all the way behind.
Oh, these sieges are going to get sniped here for V. That's going to be a big setback. Not moving the army forward. Really, really big deal. Poor play from V's part. Going to lose that siege for basically free. Looks like everything's going to get away from KVL's part.
Yeah, that's brutal. I mean, you have to, especially if you're going up against Greeks, because those companions are so fast. You definitely want to get a scout out there first, or send a light cavalry out there to go see what's coming along before you just suicide your siege like that.
Yeah.
I think V should just take that city right there, right to the right, rather than go for Athens. Just take the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, the little small city right there. Yeah, with silver there too. That'd be huge.
Does he see the silver? They see the silver, right?
They see the silver, yeah. They do see the silver.
Yeah, they see it. Of course, yeah, they see it. So that they could secure silver very easily.
Yeah, this fortress is in an excellent position. They can't exactly push into it, and if Blove comes back and pressures Austin, which Blove is with one single catapult, that is quite effective. Just forcing them to split their armies in some way that will work out.
Yeah, now we're see Lankish finally aging, but he's still hurting. His economy's still hurting. He's way behind in score. It's going to take him a while to get back into this game. He's just going to have to keep poking at Trump. Just hope that Trump doesn't rotate down and support. But I think Trump's going to stay up here and try and get the kill. So that'll give V a chance to do a lot of work on KVL.
Yeah. It's a bit of a painful fight. Despot helping out, but these pikemen, uprated units, are good against classical age units. Needs to try and save the units, just put them back into the thing. Use the city fire and all these towers to your advantage. But we'll have to see what happens here. Yeah, it looks like all those towers really helping out.
V's gonna start going for that small city, Podidea, right there where the silver is.
Yeah, nice choice.
Yeah, great move. He'll be able to take that pretty much instantly. There's no temple there, no lookout.
Where's KVL's army?
Fast. He didn't really have one.
It's pretty split up. I don't know where. Oh, it's on the left side. It's.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, he went up. He rotated up to go fight Blove, I guess. But now they're gonna try and take out V's army. It looks like. Yeah,
V's senator is way in the back. There's no healing. There's no armor. Whereas on the other side we have Sylvan with literally no general. There's no general anywhere. But it looks like V's gonna come out on top of the initial engagement at least.
But V's suiciding his siege right now, right into that tower. He didn't scout that tower.
Yikes!
Out. And that city got large.
Does become large, yeah.
Yeah, so that whole plan got foiled. It looks like Trump's just slowly but surely. He's kind of chilling right now. I guess tea time.
Yeah, teching up, getting science 2, com 2, building that economy out a little bit.
Just booming a little bit because he's still significantly far ahead of Lankish here.
Yeah.
Lankish still hasn't gotten another mine going.
Yeah, finally has that mine now, which is good. Lankish needs to get a couple more rares. There are plenty of rares around the map that are really excellent and can be used. And Lankish needs to get the com 2, so even if you don't have that much metal or wealth, you can just buy and sell as you need, which can be really effective.
And now it looks like Sylvan, well, he was going to start working on that fort, but I guess he pulled back. Strat's going to keep working on Podidea, it looks like, which I think is the right move. It's pretty close. He's got the fort there to help protect him.
Yeah.
He really needs to get a Colossus army going here. Still just doesn't have quite enough units to do damage.
Gonna get tactics soon, hopefully. Would have liked to see science first rather than military. It feels like, at this point, KVL and Sylvan can easily just rotate and double your army. And we see a nice ambush from KVL here, going to snipe these sieges again.
Yep.
V just out of place once again. And now it's going to get doubled. Although this is a good fight if you're going to get doubled. All the army placement and number is not that high for either of his opponents. And it looks like V's going to come out on top of this type, despite getting doubled straight up.
Yep, good micro from V here.
Yeah, the knights going on the back line, the pikemen just focusing on keeping the archers alive. Really nice. And now V can easily take the city. That was impressive.
Yeah, city's yeah, it was a great move. City's completely reduced. You can walk in and take that. And now they're going to take control of silver as well. So V, you're going to see age pretty quick here. You can get silver.
Yeah, nice little move there.
Yep, great move. Great work by V.
Needs tactics, but other than that, I have no complaints. On the other side here, the Senate is finally raised. Let's see if it's building on the other side. It's not. And just
yeah, it looks like Trump's gonna get Rome here.
Yeah, Trump is walking into all these towers once again, but the capital's not moved, and that, even if Lancash loses the city, it's bad, but it's not terrible. But losing the cap sack and all those farms, yikes.
Yeah, it's gonna destroy his economy again. Gives Trump a big boost to start booming some more. That sucks.
City is taken back.
Big blunt. Yeah, it's got a good timer though. Almost 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes. So, but losing all those farms is just brutal.
Yeah.
And this is going to force Blove to rotate back up to support. Or no, he's not.
Yeah, they might just go for the kill, honestly.
Yeah, they take the city here of Austin. They're winning this bottom side, and Trump is winning the top side. But if you can kill both your opponents before then, with that can be quite effective. Let's take a look at the knowledge incomes really quickly. I know there's a lot of action happening on the map, but I think that's important. So for VV has 115. The Maya player Blove has 147. The Greeks player has 80. The American player has 105. Trump has 100. And, of course, Lankesh with only 30.
Yeah, that's bad for Lankesh.
To be expected, though.
Yeah.
Lankesh is holding that city right now. There you go. I mean, he's only stalling. He's in trouble, but
Yeah, it looks like Trump's gonna get Trump's gonna get pyramids and take away that forbidden city from Lankesh. So there's no way he's gonna be able to get that.
Yeah. V and Blove move now. He could wipe out KVL and Sylvan real fast, and then Trump's having issues dealing with Lankesh right now. So
and honestly,
you can just tell by the scores. I mean, just how much further ahead Blove and V are the other two.
Definitely. And here we see Lankesh is taking advantage of Trump's poor army composition. Pikemen and horse archers are really bad against archers, and that's pretty much what Lankesh has been making, solely archers. And even though there's not many units, despite the poor economy, it's working out really well.
Yeah, I mean, the only advantage you could have with those horse archers, you have to run them around. You have to micro the crap out of them so they can shoot and move, so they can avoid the archer hits. But if you just try and go straight up with the archers, they're gonna get slaughtered.
Yeah. Here we see a double on Blove, but again, I think Blove has enough army to at least hold off the initial assault. Probably gonna need to retreat from the city. This was a nice move from KVL and Sylvan. I'm not sure what V is doing currently. V has finally moved up the army. Does V have siege? V has 2 sieges.
Yep. I mean, Strat is way ahead here. Even if Lankesh dies at this point, with V, V has Colossus. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
So and Trump's going way too slow, anyways, up there.
Yep.
So he's putting his team in a bad spot right now.
And it does look like Blove lost the initial fight, but now the city's going to get assimilated, and it's going to be really hard to take down. There's no siege here. Looks like Blove chose to stay here, had an opportunity to retreat, but chose to stay so the city could get assimilated. I actually really like that play. The city's now getting repaired. There's no way they're going to be able to take it back, and that's given V time to get in there and start sieging Athens. Except this one's sieging Senate for some reason helping out the opponent.
How does the
Oops.
Mayan bonus work? Just curious. Is it just for the cities they build, or
It works for all cities
firing
you
arrows?
have. So if you
Yeah,
compare
once it's
city,
assimilated.
yeah,
it's
great.
if you
assimilated.
compare city health here, Austin has 3,906, whereas trying to look for a city that also has a temple, whereas a lot
Right next to it.
Champerton right there would be fine to compare to.
No, he's saying a non-Mayan city he's looking for.
that has a temple, yeah. And whereas Neapolis on the top has a temple, but it's only 3,100 total HP.
I was curious for firing arrows for defense too. Yeah, definitely interesting.
Yeah, I think they do
Yeah.
fire arrows. I'm not
Yes,
actually
once it's
sure.
assimilated. Yeah, once
Yeah.
it's assimilated, it fires arrows.
Very strong defensive city.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
but if
looking
it's
good.
if it's unassimilated, it does not.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, once
Plus
it's
the nuance.
assimilated, it's a full Mayan city, so it gets all the Mayan bonuses.
Yep. Learning nuances to the game every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like V is close to aging. Still needs roughly a minute or so to get enough knowledge. And also is a bit short on food, but is quite close to age. This is a big Colossus army here. Is not going to be able to take this capital anytime soon because of all these fortifications in the back. But this is a big army, and Love is also sieging on the other side, making things happen. Really nice play from both of these players this game.
And now we're seeing Trump rotate down. So he's abandoning his push on Rome up there because Lankish wisely moved his capital. So Trump said, I guess he's going to come down for the triple.
Yeah. And I would like to see V be a slightly more patient. You know, I understand wanting to trade out some of your crossbowmen and stuff, but you're a Colossus player. You can just hold your army. There's no need to fight while you can't have the gunpowder age advantage very soon, and let Blove just take the city of Mantinea, which is pretty exposed. Because if either Sylvan or KVL leave the city of Athens, V can just take it easily. V is taking a good fight here on his own territory, has its senator with tactics. Nice little fight here. He's probably going to win fairly easily. Looks like KVL.
Yeah, and V's using silver now too, so he's going to be able to age in about less than a minute here. He just needs the food, and he can start aging.
Yeah. And if you look at KVL's income, wow, that is, the economy is just really not there.
Yeah, especially versus V. We look at V's maxed out food, 210 wood, 204 gold. Metal's a little low. Is he in the school of no smelter? I don't remember.
We see plus 80 mine from Thebes. Please make smelters.
Yeah.
Also, we see a bottom
Yeah.
mine in Heliopolis. Please make
plus 50.
smelters. Please.
Yeah, I think that's Pear's biggest pet peeve is no smelter. And we
Yeah.
see Trump rotating in at Podidea. He's going to try and help take that back, it looks like.
It's not going to happen. There's just way too much army from the Colossus. Trump is probably the Allies should have waited waited till Trump rotated and tried to destroy the entire army of these. Let's take a look at how Lankish is doing. Lankish is beginning to go on the offensive, harassing with these heavy infantry. Has some sieges. Has calm 2. The economy is still not great and is still quite away from aging, but trying to make something happen, trying to still somewhat stay in the game.
And we see V's clicked up now, so this could be GG here. Strat could start rolling if you get a gunpowder Colossus army and a bunch of medieval armies. It's a bad combination.
Yeah, and here we see Love has taken the city of Mantinea. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt the Greek player even more. Takes the city back with. I'm not really sure how it took the city back. It's whatever. But V has reached gunpowder age. He's going to begin teching really quickly. This is quite scary. I don't know how Alea, lacta, STRAT are supposed to win this game.
Yeah, it's not looking good here. I don't think there's any way they can win. I mean, unless V just really blunders, suicides his army or something, and they can somehow get around to Thebes. I mean, Thebes is pretty exposed. Not a lot of defense there. But it's pretty far back, like I said. He built in a great spot. It's got a lot of natural defense. The mountain and the trees right there and a large river going around. So, yeah, it's not looking good. Now you're seeing Blove page as well. So I think we might see some GGs coming out here soon.
Trump has gone for the Trump has gone for that has gotten clicked up on the age, and it has to make a small army at home to make sure he doesn't lose units again. Doesn't lose what do you call it? Doesn't lose a city against Lankesh, who is doing a good job sieging. You know, three sieges. Recognize that Trump can't be in 2 places at once, so it doesn't need that much army. And it's still working on the economy here.
Yeah, Lankesh has done the best he could, and considering he's really bounced back just to help support his team, and his library is looking pretty good. You know, obviously his resources aren't the best, but he's just trying to stay in the game, and he's bothering Trump enough. So he's got to keep Trump focused up top, so Trump can't commit all the way back down. But it looks like Trump is going to get Alea, but it's really kind of a whatever city.
Yeah, like at this point, silver was already raided before they could use it.
Yeah.
And this, you know, here we see V getting bombards, and Monarchy has a massive Colossus army. This is quite painful.
Yeah, the Greeks aren't too far away from aging, but if they lose Athens here, yeah, it's all of his economy's in Athens, so it's going to hurt his eco.
Yeah, and we do see here on top, Lankesh has taken that city. We're going to see if he can hold it. There's some militia and some units here from Trump. No, there's one general, which is a good choice. The despot definitely helping. And again, this is army composition. The crossbowmen really being good, but these elite javeliniers not so much. Admittedly, elite javeliniers are good against crossbowmen, so not sure if Lankesh can hold that city there.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
V finishes bombards, and Monarchy going to take Athens fairly easily.
I mean, at least the light infantry is in the rocks, so that's helping with the defensive bonus, but there's just not enough of them to really to make a difference.
And Lankesh is floating quite a few resources right now. Really would like to see either work more in the economy or just spam out some more units, because you clearly have Trump on the defensive on that side.
Yeah, I think at this point just spam units. You know, just keep spamming units and just keep the pressure on him. His economy's good enough. He's getting plunder from the despot, so just keep spamming units, keep getting the plunder, just keep pushing.
Yeah, and this is something that I want to comment on briefly. That some players don't do enough, and I know I personally don't do this enough. Micro the Monarch, micro your General, because right now all of the units that are being shot at and attacking right now, those units are not in the Monarch's radius for V here. You got to make sure your Monarch is forward enough so that your units get the benefit, but also not forward enough so that it won't get sniped easily by, for example, these ranged cavalry from Donald Trump.
Yep. But it looks like Strat's got full control here. Yep. Trump's the only one that's aged.
But Trump's going to lose this city of Neapolis shortly. Just doesn't have enough.
KVL's economy is taking a huge hit from losing Athens. That was his main economic city. He can age, but aging here is not even going to help at this point against the Colossus army.
Yeah, this is big Colossus army right here. Yikes.
Yeah, proper Colossus
And
army.
Trump just resigns straight up, no GG.
Yeah.
KVL does call GG.
Bitter.
And it looks like that is going to be tying it up 1-1 in this series.
Yeah, let's take a look at this score real quick. Yeah, I think V was definitely the MVP. He sat back and boomed a little bit, which I pretty much expected from the beginning. So he played that about as well as you could play in Egyptians in that situation.
Yeah. And we see Lankesh at the end actually has more kills than losses. Did a pretty decent job of covering despite having having to go despot and 2 losing that city and having a lot of pressure early on from Donald Trump.
And this is interesting. Looked like Glove and Silva both ended up getting just as many ruins as Trump.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So that was probably just some late ruins with Science 2, Science 3 beefed up. So it helped kind of inflate the stats a little bit, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But still, that's interesting. And I think the main blunder here was Trump not scouting very well early on. If they secure that fur and that sugar, maybe we have a different outcome.
Yeah, like, you're going to be a lot faster as a Lakota player if you have sugar and furs.
Yes.
And also denying that from your opponent.
And when denying your opponent's wood, he would immediately put pressure on Lancash's wood. He may not have killed the camp entirely, but he could have towered it, raided it, and just really taken Rome out early. But although Lancashire had a bad start, great job by him bouncing back and putting pressure back on Trump to really help his team win.
Definitely. Raiden, are you still there?
I am still here. I'm listening. I'd like to add one thing that I'm noticing that seems to be a pattern here. Donald Trump is clearly the fastest player on lacta est, but what happens is Bluff will go help him this game, right? And then Sylvan and KBL, what they should have done is probably doubled V. In that meantime, rather than try to walk all the way up to the north there, just waste time, it kills time. They did it last game too.
Yeah.
Typically in these team games, sometimes if you're the stronger player, like if I were Donald Trump and I pushed Lankish like that and Bluff came down or came all the way up there to help, I would say, no, stay there. Just go after V, because V's the Egypt, he's not Maya. You can try to double him because he just built a wonder and try to take him out quickly. I think that the teamwork on Alea lacta est, I'm saying that wrong, but has been lackluster so far.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's, he's a strong player, but I think that they got to be a bit better with decision making across the map and moving armies.
Yeah.
Also, this is a lack of voice comm. If you could just tell your teammate, hey, just rotate down there. It's much easier than have to try and type and point with the ping and everything else. So, voice comm, guys.
Or not type in GG and Raiden helps too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
He's living up to the name. He's living up to the name.
Well, he's a known ranger. He rages in all the games. So that's
oh, really?
Yeah, he's like that. He's a little bit of a.
You gotta have Flames tell him. Maybe they'll join Strat later, and then Flames will teach him the right way. Because Strat seems to have their stuff together.
All right, so let's look at game number 3 in this exciting final deciding game for this match. For those of you who are just joining us, this is AS Eat the Pair with olddirtyh and Raiden. We're casting game number 3 of Strat versus Alea. This is the last match of weekend number 1 for the Nordic Classic group stage.
So first 2 games, you've kind of noticed that the people with the rares have seemed to win on Amazon, probably due to a lack of gold on the other opponent's side. So it'll be interesting to see how the rares pan out this game.
Yeah, and it looks like we're on Amazon once again. So let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Nice.
3, 2,
this is not whole 3
1,
times.
go. So Amazon once again. I don't know what the chances of that are. How many land maps are there total? Probably like 8 or something.
That's
6, I think.
6.
You have whole lakes,
Outback,
Amazon, Old World,
Amazon, Old
Himalaya.
Sahara,
Mesa,
Himalayas.
The Himalayas. So 8, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
8.
so it's 1 out of 512. Fairly uncommon to get the same map 3 games in a row, but also not completely out of the question, right? That's
well, unless Raiden
0.2%.
hosts, then you get a whole 5 times in a row.
Yeah, that's very unlikely. Anyways,
just have Raiden host. No, we had a whole. What was it, at least 4 times in a row the other night?
4 times in a row. I wanted to kill
Yeah.
myself. At least it's not whole, guys. All right, so no complaints about Amazon. I like the map 3 times in a row. No problem.
All right. Anyways,
so
let's
what
take
are
a
we
look
looking
at
at
the
for
nations.
Yes.
Yeah. So for the Strat side, we've got Blow with Americans, V with Dutch, and Lankish with Japanese, KVL with Romans, Sylvan with Inca, and Trump with Koreans. Who do you think has the better pick of nations here?
Go ahead, Raiden.
I'm thinking. I'm wondering if Sylvan picked Inca this time because of the lack of gold he had last game.
Maybe. I wonder if Sylvan picked Inca thinking that this map would not be Amazon again, because Inca are historically
there's
bad
no
on
way.
Amazon.
Yeah.
There's no mountains.
Yeah.
That's true.
Gambler's fallacy right there.
Probably that one, yeah. Yeah, I think I like the Strats nations again. Dutch is a little slow, but it gets away with it because, again, those rivers slow down any kind of rush for the most part.
Yeah.
Depending on where you're on the map. But Japanese Americans is pretty strong. Romans is fine. Inca's obviously not great on this map, and Koreans is that's just a run-of-the-mill civ. Nothing really special about them on most maps, I would say. So I got to give it to Strat here.
Yeah.
I think they got a huge
Yeah,
edge
I
with
think
this.
I think here the tier 1 difference is really big. Like Inca versus Japanese on like Inca obviously are a great nation. They're really, really excellent. But they kind of pale in comparison to some of the really strong tier 1 nations, especially on a map like Amazon where there's not as many mines that Inca can take advantage of. And so ultimately it feels like Strat does have the better pick nation despite picking a kind of at least in my opinion, lackluster nation in the Dutch. I think the Dutch are probably like the worst nation aside from maybe Russians.
Ooh, don't say Russians to dirty like that.
Yeah, but get out of here. It's Russian my squad. I like Dutch too. Look, I mean, in a 1-versus-1 situation, obviously Russians and Dutch probably not the best, but in team games, Dutch you can sit back and boom. You can help your teammates with your armed merchant, so that's nice. So yeah, I mean, I think they're okay. We'll just see how they use them. I mean, both these teams so far, we've seen the lead players, Blove and Trump. They just need to get a lead. Although last game you saw V kind of take the lead for the Strat team.
Yeah.
Let's see if he does that again with a boom here from the Dutch maybe.
Yeah. Although I will say last game, it did feel like Blove was the MVP in terms of the glue keeping the team together. You know, Blove was the one who rotated top to hold off the assault. Blove was the one who stalled the opponents early with that Civ 2 pushing their territory, making it so they probably couldn't double V early on because you know Blove was there to support like if they did double V, and ultimately Blove was the one who was pressuring the other side so V didn't get doubled in large number at least, and V was able to hold the Colossus army together.
Yeah, that is true. Good point.
All right, so let's take a quick look at the ruins. Lankesh has a total of 0 ruins. I did like your point earlier from game number 1, Raiden. You know, even though Japanese is fast, having no ruins really sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Here we see the Dutch and the Romans player both have a bunch of ruins, 6 ruins, whereas the other players have 2 or 3, which is not the most. And let's take a look at where the locations of the players. Here we see V, the Dutch player, is up against Sylvan, the Inca player, who's currently, I think, a little slower? Yeah, a little. Well, they're actually on par, I think. The Japanese player, Lankesh and Blove, who's the Americans player, are both in the back on the left side. And then Trump with Koreans is on the bottom, and KVL with Romans is on the right in the back.
Yeah, and I actually like this placement with the Dutch and Inca right on each other's border. Neither one's very fast, so it's just going to come down to who's going to make it fast, who can be faster with these two kind of slower nations, and see who's going to attack who. Maybe we'll even see a little bit of a Dutch caravan raid. See that sometimes from the players.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll send a caravan over and just kind of harass that woodcutter camp. That could be fun to see some of that.
Definitely. The Americans player looks a little bit slow on this side. Has not even put up the library at 4 minutes 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty slow for any nation.
Yeah.
Ooh, Blove. Going on, buddy.
Yeah, not
There's
sure
a lot
there.
of ruins sitting around there that he doesn't see, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's got 7 woodcutters going right now. That's just a waste of food. Didn't even need to do that. And he's got 2 ruins in his territory he hasn't found, but it does look like Lankesh is going to take one of them. Actually, he's got 3.
Please, Outpost Scout, please.
But he does have, he's got silver not too far. Does he know about silver? He does. So that's nice. You want to walk through the rares pair?
Yeah, sure. So let's start on the top side here. On the top, to be contested is Pappy, Diamonds, Furs, and Gems. Wow, that is a lot of contestable rares.
Yeah, that's
and
like
really,
pro line
really
of the
excellent
rares
ones there.
Yeah.
There's Spice in V's territory, and then in the far left there's Marble. In Lankesh's territory, we've got Wool, Salt, and Amber. Then Tobacco and Silver in the left. There's Dye, which is pretty easily reached by Blove and Lankesh. Wine, which is somewhere in the middle, as is Sugar. And on the very bottom, you've got Obsidian. There's Relics right in Trump's territory. They've got Peacocks, Horses, Citrus, Bison, and then in the far right, they've got Copper and Silk. And then on the right of Sylvan's capital, there's Cotton. So who do you think has the better share of rares based on what I've gone through?
Well, I like those 3 right at the top there. That Gems, Furs, Diamond combination. Whoever can control that's good. But overall, probably give a slight edge to Strat. They have silver. They have dye potentially.
Yeah.
Spice. These are good rares. I give the edge to Strat there in the rares.
Yeah, to me, I think it's a bit. I think it's more on the even side. You know, let's see how much. Looks like Sylvan's team has only scouted furs, not gems or diamonds, whereas the Strat team has scouted furs and diamonds, but not Pappy or gems. Yeah, I think they're fairly even. You know, horses and salt are both pretty good. They each have some wealth rares. I think relics and silver are kind of, you know, they're kind of in the same vein. Silver obviously being a little bit better, I think, but relics, obviously the knowledge income's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Inca player choosing to sieve to the top, I think this is a good choice. You know, as an Inca player, you kind of just want to sit. You kind of just want to sit back and defend. And there's a nice mountain here that the Inca player can secure.
So he's going to secure 2 mountains. He's going to secure Pappy. It's a great defensible position. He's going to find diamonds probably by dumb luck, and he's going to be able to secure diamonds. So that's huge. Well, he's going to walk into this.
Oh, B's going mill 1 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the play.
Barracks,
I like the
getting a bowman with furs. I
Nervous
think this is a nice choice here. You know, you just want to put some pressure on the Inca player.
Yep.
Can't let them age super fast. Maybe snipe a merchant, snipe some woodcutters. You know, just be really annoying and try your best to harass your opponent as much as possible.
One thing I have noticed is that for some reason these guys, when they build a Rax, the first unit they build is an archer, which I get the whole save the food thing, but if you're committing to building mill, you want to get some heavy infantry out first because you're assuming your opponent doesn't have archers and you can deny stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't
Yeah, I
know
would
why
say
they're doing
the only
archers.
time you'd maybe want to put an archer first is if you want to save that one piece of gold, or if you think they already have archers. But if it's clear you already sieved, get the heavies out. Yeah, just get the heavies out right away.
Sure.
And here we see some spotty target fire from V. It's actually okay. The archers are targeting the citizen now, which is a nice choice. It looks like there's no other citizen for KVL in some radius. Here we see the Inca players forced to pull some citizens. Not going to do much against these archers that are micro decently well.
Yeah, that's a big mistake we've seen a lot in this tournament. Just that one citizen, you got to at least have 2, just for this reason. That way you can split one off, you can get one back. You know, one citizen can help fight the archers off, one can try and keep building. So, you know, if you guys send your scouts out, just bring 2 of your scouts over to help build rather than 1.
Yeah, and I really would like to see some more units coming from the Dutch player V here. You know, it looks like you're in a good position. You can stall out this attack. Is this city going to go up? It looks like it will because V was not paying attention and let the citizen get back and sneak in. Unfortunate for V there.
So that paid off for KVL. You got lucky this time, but, you know, it's always good to have at least 2. Here comes the heavies, but just too late. As Raiden said, those heavies should have been the first things out because that city would have been denied immediately.
Yeah, we would have been in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that changes the whole kind of momentum of the game.
Yep.
Now you see Barracks coming up from Sylvan, so he's going to be able to repel this attack. So lost opportunity here from V, unfortunately. Let's see how he recovers from this.
The border push on that second city, that's where I would have put my second city as the Dutch player too. If I had scouted that mountain, I want to kind of put some pressure on Inca's second mountain. So I do like that Dutch placement right there. Out of that second city. That's nice.
Yeah, looks like they
very defensible. Secures his mountain.
Yep. And they're gonna tower. Looks like they're gonna try and tower diamonds, but that Dutch merchant's gonna stop that for now. He's gonna have to get another archer up there or something.
Yeah, V is doing a good job raiding the woodcutter camp here. Right next to the barracks, unfortunately, and Sylvan has slingers that are producing. But this raid looks like it's going to be effective if V can micro these archers out of here and far away. That could be a really effective play here. And V also has a great economy now, a better economy than the Inca player who's stuck on timber.
Yeah, and if you look back down, the other 2, looks like I'm not sure where Lankish, why he built there. Built this like a Fushimi. I guess just they're trying to cut off, it looks like, Trump from everyone else. Maybe that's the play here.
Yeah.
Is just isolate Trump. Trump's Korean, so he can defend forever.
Yeah, not the best.
Yeah.
I guess he's trying to just push forward, because only with Lancashire City was Strat able to grab the sugar in the middle. This raid looking still quite effective. I wish V had saved some of these units, but ultimately it did do a lot of damage. You know, that cut off a lot of wood on the side of Sylvan.
Yeah, and it would have been nice to see KVL being Rome drop a tower up there to help support his Inca player. Maybe put it at Inca's Wood, or at least maybe a little forward tower. It can be offensive. I just hate seeing Rome with no towers early. It really just takes away from their benefit.
Yeah.
It looks like Rome's aging now. Lancaster's aging, Trump's aging, so we're going to start seeing some H2 action here.
Yeah. Really interested to see what sort of builds we see out of all of these players.
And this is funny, all of Strat is using Diamond still, but it looks like KVL is finally going to rotate up and start raiding these.
Yeah, there's a
Diamond
tower
merchants.
that's going to go down for KVL. I assume at some point these citizens are going to take some time. This archer's not even poking up and doesn't see those three completely exposed merchants.
Yeah, this is funny. Sylvan's going to walk right into that Dutch merchant and get picked off to his merchant.
Yeah, assuming it doesn't micro at all. We'll have to see.
And now Lancaster's going Colossus here, with the being Japanese. He went Comp 2 also.
Wow.
So you have Comp 2
Yeah,
Colossus and Japanese.
And look at that economy, plus 155 food, plus 160 timber. That's what you'd love to see.
Yeah, that's good. And the Colossus in the comments going to boost it even more. I wonder if we'll see a despot here.
Oh, and that merchant is taken down by the armed merchant from V. Would like to see V ping here and just tell the allies, oh, these merchants are going to get killed, maybe move them.
Yeah, it's just bad communication. They're all going to get taken down.
Yeah, not sure you could have saved them anyways, though.
Yeah, but at least they took out Sylvan's merchant, so it wasn't all for
that's
now.
true. And armed merchants might get away? I don't know. I'm not sure what the movement
And
speeds are.
Looks like Trump dropped Hanging Gardens. That's to be expected. You know, you're Americans, you want to get at least one of the wonder. I mean, I'm sorry, Glove. Glove got the gardens, and Lancashire's getting Colossus.
Yeah.
So we'll see how aggressive they're going to be after that.
And again, I would like to see some more like actual raids here rather than just army. Just push into the back line on both sides here. Raid those rares that are a little separated and vulnerable in this area, and also the woodcutters camps and mines.
Yeah, and it looks like KVL going to move his cap up here by the Incan capital.
That's the right
So what do you
move.
think? I think it's a good. I think it's the right move also.
Yeah. Definitely.
You just saw Glove and Lankish throw down wonders on a guy that's 1v2 Donald Trump, so they're taking advantage of having the 2v1 situation. So KV and Sylvan should know that it's on them to double V as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially him being the Dutch player, he doesn't have any like big defensive bonuses other than armed caravan and armed merchants. So
Right.
if they're fast here, they get the insta kill. He's only got 2 cities. You know.
Yep.
But admittedly, this look at the city placement for V. The right behind the river, really defensible position. Would be nice to see like another tower or so go up, get mill, start pumping out some units. Because I don't know, what are you expecting in V's situation? Clearly, the opponents are going to go for some aggression based on the fact that your allies have gotten 2 wonders.
Yeah,
Yep.
and your allies are a mile away, and you have 2. You got a double coming right here. And it doesn't look like any of his allies are going to come up and help at this point. They're just going to focus on booming. I see Lancaster's got some high just sitting here in the middle, I guess roasting marshmallows or something. They're not doing anything. And he's going Civ 2 now. Wow, the Japs are going Civ 2. Yeah, this is a huge opportunity here.
Yep, there goes kill 93 from Trump. Yep.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah, this is a huge opportunity here for them to go in and just Just take out V real fast. I mean, they can get the insta kill super fast. You're seeing the tower come now, but still no temple, no lookout. So those cities will melt quickly.
Yep. You have any siege factories coming up yet?
We got stable coming. No mill 2.
I don't see any siege factor right now. Neither.
Yeah.
Looks like neither player has mill 2. Sylvan is researching mill 2 as we speak, and is gonna get that mill 2 nice.
But you do have five heavy infantry. If those get upgraded, that's enough to wear that city down with no temple.
Yeah, but there is a tower and a lookout here for at least the capital. Would like to see another tower near the bottom here, and also some more production buildings. Looks like V has thrown down a fort. We'll see if that gets denied. Clearly, V understands the threat currently facing him.
Yeah.
Still doesn't have senator. Would really like.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. Nope, you're good. You already said it. Throwing a fort down in front.
Okay.
Yeah, and he should get senator as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
Disappointed that KVL didn't go for despot there. If I was the Roman player, I feel like he just kind of went with the build order that's standard and didn't adapt to the situation. But
yeah,
typically
perhaps,
when my opponent throws down
especially
wonders,
with all these heavy infantry. He's got all these heavy infantry just sitting here waiting to go, and the longer you wait, the more he can fortify. You got to get in early so you can get that, those sacks and do damage. Because once that fort goes up, you're gonna have to have siege.
Yep. I mean, when an opponent throws down wonders like that, I just take it as a written invitation. It says, "Come take my capital," and I just go despot. So I think being able to adapt to that and taking advantage of that situation is key.
And we see V has actually gone for Civic 2. Still hasn't researched a government. And is now going to try and raid this back line here, try and raid this Diamonds Merchant from Sylvan. Not going to work super well. Might lose a light horse depending on the micro here from the tower. Yeah, it looks like going to lose a light horse for very little reason. The archers can outrange it.
Yeah, this is a big missed opportunity here for KVL and Sylvan. They should have. Now you look, the Hague is completely fortified. Fort, tower, lookout, temple. That thing's not going down anytime soon. His other teammates are booming. I think they win this. They're probably gonna win this game pretty easily at this point.
Yeah,
it's not looking good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see what the strategy is gonna be here. You're letting them outboom you. You're setting up for an attack, but you already let them fortify. They didn't scout it at all, so they have no idea what's at the Hague. They think it's just a vacant city, but they're gonna walk into a fort.
Yeah, they're going to go for Raiden first. They're going to luck out and just notice that there's no... there's no...
Now that's a fortunate... Yeah, that's fortunate for them that they did that. They walked into a free city. Yeah. But that's not going to hurt... That's not going to hurt V too much.
That's going to hurt V pretty bad, I think. He's got a full thing of... Oh, they're switching over to the capital. They're ignoring Raiden.
Yeah, and V doesn't have attrition or allegiance. Your opponents have to rush you, right? And so you gotta realize this. All the militia are pulled from Sylvan, and V's gonna lose the city fairly easily. It's gonna hurt, but still okay. All these scholars, unfortunately, are at this city.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, you're right. That was a big mistake. If you're gonna fortify the city, why would you put your scholars at the city that's not fortified? That's kind of a blunder there.
Yeah.
Well, so one thing, if Raiden is the one that you want to defend, having your scholars there that could be used as militia is always good if you want to defend those rushes. So it is better to build scholars in your forward city for defensive
these
purposes.
Scholars are going to get killed, probably.
Yeah, but he doesn't have anything to back it up. So there's no point in this case.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And, V went for that early Civ 2, but didn't put down a third city. That's definitely a mistake. You go Civ for a reason, It's not only just to age, it's also to...
yeah, he's looking in big trouble now.
He's got a lot of metal. He could drop a couple more towers around his capital and stall it out for another...
Yeah, or even sell some of the stuff. Has gone for that commerce too. Not usually recommended earlier on, but it could be aging with all that saved knowledge, but just forgot to get government, I guess.
At the bottom here, Trump went aggressive on San Diego. Look at that. Took that pretty much unopposed, and he's marching down Washington right now.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that is quite the change of events. I don't really know what Love and Lankish are doing.
They're just booming. They're just booming.
Looks like they're rotating. Lankish is rotating, I think.
And now we're
Oh.
getting those three flaming arrows, as the pair always mentions. Those flaming arrows do heavy damage against buildings. So great move here by Trump. Great aggressive move. I like it.
Yeah. And the micro here is a little spotty from Blove. Gonna lose a bunch of these units to the all these horse archers and stuff.
Yeah, Trump just took out a senator. He's pushing. I think Washington's gonna go down here shortly.
Well, if Blove clicks on the Age button soon enough, then maybe not. But Blove is currently not clicking on the Age button.
It looks like Lancashire's gonna age again. I don't know what Lancashire's doing at all. I guess he's rotating, a few units up to the Hague.
Yeah, but I mean, as a Colossus player, you got to spend your resources, and there's no resources being spent. Like, look at Lancashire's. The economy is great, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. But great move by Trump. He's still pushing.
I don't. Yeah, now finally we see the Age from Blove. It might be a little late though. Blove's gonna lose some of these production buildings. This army clearly here is weak to crossbows, right? Like that's the weakness here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if Blove is able to get crossbows out, able to hold this easily, kill a lot of this hoplites which are weak. But now having to lay that Age for a while, Trump's gonna just walk over this capital. We'll see. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. I would like to see some militia come along here with the Korean. Korean militia are awesome.
I think there were militia, but they died.
Oh, do they? Okay. Yeah,
And
you're probably right. Here's attrition, but these flaming arrows are just doing so much damage on the city.
yeah,
Like,
to the
every
city.
shot.
Yikes.
Yeah.
You need to get these
Down.
citizens into militia. The city's about to be upgraded. Don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be really close.
I think it's gonna be close. Can he get the sack?
Oh, no.
Wow, that's brutal.
Yeah,
It's
it
brutal.
really is.
That's very brutal. Good hold for Blove there. Trump's gonna have to retreat.
Great outpost, yeah.
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 And Trump's got a ways to go from aging. Not too far from aging, actually. He could. He's going science there, and then he's going to be able to age. So he could just regroup, go get a supply wagon, and then go back to work. And Lankesh is still just booming along here.
He's very far ahead right now.
Where-
They're in the best
Where's the
spot of all
army though?
strat.
Like, as your Colossus player, make some army. Like where is the army?
Yeah, and he's still letting V get doubled. V's still not out of the clear yet, or he's still in trouble.
Yeah,
So-
not raising the Senate is probably bad. It still doesn't have a government. What is happening? What is happening in this game?
I
have
think
no
because
idea.
sometimes when you go calm 2, you just forget. I think that's what happened.
I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like I look at an army and I'm like, where is my general? I'm just so used to it, and V's gonna lose units over time here. This fort is really nice though. Is gonna give back a lot of that doubling advantage that their opponents have.
Yeah, we'll see. Trump should go back, rebuild his army, age if he can. He should be able to age here now. Yeah, well, he needs another 100 knowledge to age, so.
Yeah, it looks like the Hague is gonna go down soon because if he just hasn't raised
Yeah,
that
these
Senate
two
for
armies
some
are
reason.
just-
I have no idea why. And Lankesh is just being really slow. There's no, where the army is.
He got a
just
senator
now-
finally, but his senator is garrison. He needs to get the senator out so you get the defensive bonus.
Yeah, definitely.
think it's-
Healing, defensive bonus, all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think it's +5 hit points for each building. Hits the radius.
He's
something
setting
like
up to
that.
go after Rome, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. I think KBL put his capital up top. I would just go up there. Fight
Yeah.
Yeah.
CB2.
And also hopefully help
Yeah.
out V a
he's
little
down here
bit.
with Trump. Yeah.
Well, it looks
he
like
just-
he's rotated down to Blove now, Lankesh.
Trump's pretty weak after that all in, but I don't know.
Yeah.
V
I mean,
is
he is
aging
Korean.
now. Gonna get the age up. Still has an okay economy considering been doubled for a while. The fort does go down, unfortunately for V. There are still 2 towers and a lookout in the back, so it's still going to be some time before they manage to take V down.
Yeah.
It's aging.
And
It's going to be
still-
close, actually. Needs to let out the army right now. Get that senator out.
And it looks like he's gonna get it.
Yeah, it looks like the medieval age is going to get researched. And that's going to hold off the offense for a little bit, at least.
Yeah, just regroup, spam some more army, reduce the city, and go back in.
Needs attrition, can sell some metal or something, or some wood.
Yeah.
Doing
You see
good.
his
He's
gold's
doing good.
just-
Yeah.
Gold's hurting though.
Yeah, definitely.
He's
No
gold.
caravans.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
but
like
the caravan-
plus 20 gold income.
Yeah.
You know, a good move here. If they have a bunch of siege, just put one siege on that market. That would take away all of his ability to buy and sell, and that would definitely hurt him.
Yeah.
But now we're seeing. I'm not sure what Lancash is doing here. It looks like he's fully rotating to Rome, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. He's doing a good job holding them off. Should target fire this trebuchet, because it is in range of the city. Also needs to let the senator out so everything can heal a little bit.
And it looks like Trump's in trouble now. He needs to age quick because
Yeah, doesn't
he's
have
gonna
enough
get doubled.
food.
Yeah. Here
Yeah.
comes Lancash rotating to the capital. This could be GG.
Yeah,
You could see an insta kill here for. Yep, there goes
For
Trump's
Trump,
forward
yeah.
city. They're rotating to his capital. He's got some towers, but that's not going to do anything against these huge armies. Trump's
yeah,
dead.
definitely.
Yeah. I don't see
And
how
wow,
he's gonna survive
it
this.
looks like this game is going to end in very exciting fashion. Here we see
Yeah.
V still holding on, still desperately just trying to hold on. Needs to deposit that senator to get that city armor bonus. Really, really helpful.
But V,
And-
even if V gets sacked here, he's gonna have a pretty decent timer. Trump's instantly dead. He doesn't have a second city. So
yeah, that's true.
it's whoever gets the cap. I mean, if Trump goes down, he's done. So, V's gonna be able to survive. There's Trump saying GG again, but I don't know if that's
I think that is just the allies.
yeah. He doesn't have a city.
Yeah, and ultimately, I am. Well, I was really worried for Strat there because I thought they were going to throw away the game. What with Lancash's really excellent start and V looking like the city he was gonna lose the city, but ultimately, Trump's capital is taken, and
But
they're able
he
to
was
win
able
that
to get a
side.
city down. He was able to
Yeah,
get a city
just
down
in
before
time,
the insta
just
kill.
in time.
Yeah.
A single
So I got him a
savior
3
citizen.
Yeah, I got him a 3-minute timer, but
It's very much over. It looks like they're not even going to be able to take this capital here. The attrition, the
No.
3 keeps in the lookout, and then some RV
Yeah.
obviously on V's part, definitely helping out.
yeah, great defense by V there. He was really had his back against the wall and he fought his way out of it.
Yep.
And that's the GZ's coming.
And Donald Trump resigns. Yeah, that looks like it is over. Again, Donald Trump, no GG. Really bad sportsmanship.
Yeah,
As much-
he's,
as much
he's
as
like,
we-
like
Yeah.
he's a hothead, like I said. So not surprised.
And KVL caused GG. As much as we applaud the play of Trump in some of these games, it is scummy to not say GG. Come on,
Yeah, there's no
someone says
reason to
GG.
rage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, well played by STRAT. They win this series 2-1. Really, really interesting third game. What do you guys think of that?
Man, they blundered it. They had the 2v1 at the top. Lancash was basically given the game away. He wasn't doing anything. And,
Yeah.
they gave away the game. They had it. But they blew it.
I don't think they necessarily had the game in their back pocket, but I think they weren't decisive in what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
If they were more decisive and made decisions to be more aggressive against V, he was definitely vulnerable. But I think it's this game as much as his build order, it's also speed, and I think KVL and Sylvan were a little slow to close down on V before he was able to build up defenses, right? Because it was kind of written all over the map what was going to happen otherwise. So. Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
yeah, decisiveness is definitely what separates inters from higher level players too. So it's just something to keep in mind. Is pay attention to what your opponent's doing. Always know what your opponent's doing and act accordingly.
Yeah. Not a lot different if KVL and Sylvan killed V very quickly. That definitely would have swung the game around very differently.
Yep. Yeah, I thought Lankish was actually a little indecisive in what he wanted to do in the middle from a military standpoint, but he was just out booming everyone that game. So when you jabs and wonders.
Yep. And if we look at the economy tab here, Lankish obviously has way more resources of pretty much everything as the Colossus player with plenty of space to just sit and boom. Ultimately, that is going to be the series. It's going to be 2-1 for STRAT. The comeback from the 1-0, I guess. I think now that is all of our week 1 matches.
Yep.
How do you guys feel about this?
It's been an exciting week. We saw one week 2 game right so far.
I think we saw two actually. I messed up last stream when I said we had only seen one. We have in fact seen 2. We've seen PLA versus IND as well as SDO versus CAS.
Do we have the results listed anywhere we could take a look at?
I do. Here, give me 1 second. I gotta close out of this and then switch tabs. Okay, so PLA is in Division 1, maybe? Yeah, so if you look at now on the screen, I've switched different tabs to Division number 1, which is showing. And so it's updated. So Clan Hater Appreciation Society has 2 wins, and PLA also has 2 wins, and IND... oh, wait, this chart's messed up, isn't it? I'm not sure. Oh, no, it's right. Never mind. IND has lost once, Water's lost once, and SDO's lost twice.
Gotcha.
So how are these standings looking? Is the first of 3 wins is pretty much into the next round, or what?
Yeah, if you get 3 wins, you automatically get into the next round. You can get in with 2 wins. That's if there's 5 teams, right? I believe if one team goes 4-0 and then the rest all go 2 wins, except for one team which goes 0, then you can make it in, or some combination like that. It is possible to get in with 2 wins.
So what's the scenario here for SDO? SDO's got 2 losses. Is there any chance for them to get back into this?
Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure. So let's take a look, right? So SDO has lost against the top 2 teams, PLA Kung Fun and Clan Hater Appreciation Society. So assuming they win their next 2 against IND and Squatter Water, they'll be at 2-2. So that means both PLA Kung Fun and Clan Hater Appreciation Society need to they can't both have 3 wins. So assume PLA gets 4 wins, okay, and then Clan Hater goes 2-2. Then SDO goes 2-2, and IND and Squatter Water both have 1, and then they're 1-3. Then I guess SDO still can't make it in because they lost to Clan Hater Appreciation Society. Although I'm not entirely sure how the tiebreakers would work out.
So they would probably need Clan Haters. They would need either Clan Hater or PLA to stay at only 2 wins, and they'd have to win 3 pretty much for the SDO to advance.
So there are 4. You in your group you play 4 games, right? Because there's 5 teams.
Right.
So SDO, the best record they can have is 2-2.
I see.
And so, say for example, I don't know. Say for example, PLA gets 4-0, then there are still and SDO gets 2-2.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So SDO's pretty much out of it. There's nothing they can do here.
Not necessarily, right? So I don't know. I haven't talked to Connor at all about how tiebreakers will work. If multiple teams are 2-2, how does the tiebreaker work? It could be the case that, if one team has beat the other team, that's the tiebreaker. Or it could be the case that it's like total games won, right? And so SDO is still in it. They for every game they win, it could be the case. And for every, if Clan Hater Appreciation Society goes 0-2, it could be the case that SDO has more wins. I haven't talked to Connor yet about what the rule set is going to look for ties, at least.
Got it.
So if anybody has any questions, of course, with rules or, advancing to top 8 and that sort of thing, please ask Connor McDavid. And obviously, advancing to top 8 is a really excellent goal to have. And of course, there's also the goal of just improving and playing. We've seen some of these teams really improve after week number 1, which was really exciting. And we're seeing these teams continue to improve after seeing the stream and hearing our advice, be it good or bad. All right. That pretty much wraps up everything I wanted to cover in today's stream. Thank you so much for joining us. Today's stream we ended with STRAT beating Alea lacta 2-1, and finishing up week 1 matches for Nordic Classic.
All right.
All right.
Good.
Awesome.
Raiden, you playing tonight or no?
Yeah, I'll play a little bit. Just give me an hour.
All right, just ping me when you're on.
Yep, just got the urge to play now,
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Watch some high quality Ron over there.
Yeah.
That's how it gets you.
All right.
All right.
Thank you all for
Thanks again,
watching.
guys.
Again, this is AS Eat the Pair signing off with olddirtyh and Raiden. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back probably tomorrow.
Yep. See you guys.